Oh, I heard about that. That's crazy. That's crazy. Alright, let me make sure that we got this set up where I can see it on the YouTube short side of things, and then we'll be good to go. So then it doesn't matter which one that you watch, you can enjoy it from either perspective. So let's see if that'll pull up. Okay, yep. I can see my side. I can see everything like it needs to. Okay, that's awesome. Alright, so before we actually get full into this, I would like to go ahead and shout out the members. If you would like to become a member today, it's only $1.99 for tier 1. It helps out a hell of a lot with the channel itself, more than you guys realize. You get some cool stuff like shout outs at the beginning in the streams, badges and emotes. You of course also get the Discord watch parties and the Discord server, which of course this upcoming Saturday, so tomorrow, we will be doing that, the next watch party. So I'm very excited for that. Don't forget about that if you're already a member. You also get the actual members playthrough that we're currently doing, which is of course Amori. So just FYI out there, and we're pretty much almost ready to go. All right, let's see if I can go ahead and shout you guys out real quick. Alrighty, so for tier 1s, we got Puzzle Piece, That Guy Biss, Crazy Larry, Twilight 17, Hawka King, Silver Nick, No LH, Anime Lover, Nathan, and Cats and Dogs Have Fun. Once again, thank them all for becoming tier 1 members. For tier 2s, we got That One, Object Show, Blade Nightmare, Ryan, Emerald Hat, Tom Leo, Pea Shooter, Joker Phantom Thieves. We also got Dark Souls Minute Guide, Joseph, where did it go? Funny Gamer Dude. We also, of course, have Delilah, Mr. Coconut, Weird Trilot, Erwin, Astral Zero, Greeny Beanie, Happy Ambi, Musical Brothers, Kitsukai. We also got Jesse, Mr. Shiny Gratina, Original Tucker, Beacon of Nick. We also got Kyra, Priest QT, Jonas, TJ, Strike CNU, Terry, King Morgan, Scott Days, Chaos, Ray Diamond Gamer, Nighthawk Adverner, Zimpa, and Snowman Plays Roblox. For tier 3s, we got Jose Sanchez, Lucky 13, and Tyler. Yet again, thank them all for becoming tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3 members. It means a heck of a lot. Alright, so with that all being said and done with, I think we're good to go. Howdy, Cookie! Hey, how are you doing, the gaming minx? It's great to be able to see you. I hope you're doing pretty good today. Sorry that I was late. We'll talk about that in just a second. First things first, let me go ahead and say the intro and we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so hello, cookies and cookettes. This is Crazy Cookie. And we're here about to play some, of course, Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. I'm very excited to continue onwards where we last left off. In case you are wondering, we are about to start the next trial, so it's about to be a little bit nuts. Forgive me. Look, we only play this maybe once or twice a week, so it may take me a bit of time to get back used to the custom of the controller itself, whenever it specifically comes to the trials. The last trial we did was literally last week, so that's going to be like the big thing right there. In case you're wondering kind of where we're at, like I said, third trial, 2 individuals actually got killed, and now we're trying to figure out the murderer, and it seems kind of wild. So if I remember correctly, Hafumi ended up dying, so yay, but damn, that's crazy. With also Taka. So the 2 individuals that was really infatuated with Shiori's, I guess you would say AI bot that she has created, or I guess, yeah, basically via through that computer program, is actually the 2 that ended up dying. It seems like someone is trying to put a lot of the blame and heat on Hiro, Yashihiro. He's a little bit clueless, even though he's a clairvoyant. He's supposed to be the ultimate clairvoyant. So that's kind of funny, actually. But yeah, it seems like they were trying to pin a lot of the deaths on him by basically making him this specific armor or suit form, which his name was something Hero, Justice Hero, Hero something. I don't know. I forgot what it was. It was like Hero Bot or some bullshit. So I feel actually really bad for him. It seems like he's the scapegoat for this entire situation of 2 people being murdered. For us, who are we kind of suspecting in this entire thing? It seems like someone is having a freaking accomplice. What I'm thinking, my theory is, I don't know why, but the way that everything is playing out, I think it's Sorry, I might have forgot some names. It takes me a little bit of time, okay? But it's the gothic looking chick, the one that's the ultimate gambler. Can't think of her name right this minute, so I apologize. We'll get back kind of into it. But I think it's her, and I think Hifumi was also helping her out, even though Hifumi was the one that ended up dying as well. I think he was like he acted like a noble sacrifice to be able to take out Taka, which Taka once again was infatuated with the AI that Chiori's, or the Chiori AI created of Mundo. So I could be wrong. That's my theory, at least. Like, if we're just kind of going off like a little quick kind of summary, not gonna go in full depth of the reasons why, just because we could spend literally like 10, 15, 20 minutes talking about the reasons why I speculate those. So just want to at least mention that real quickly before we actually got fully into this for today. All right, let's see. I'm doing good. I relaxed today and I needed one. Dude, I'm so happy that you got to relax for a while. Like, freaking absolutely. That's so awesome, man. But yeah, I'm glad that you took some time. No worries, Cookie. Thank you for understanding as well. Hi, you're very late. I am very late indeed, but better late than never, as I like to say. Also, Aaron's like, hello, it means. Hi, Cookie. I've seen this game. If I was here, I'm running for life. I'd say, fuck this shit about. Bro, can't blame me, by the way. It would probably be wise. I don't think I would be able to make it. I'm going to be 100% honest, so I don't know. We'll see how everything kind of goes. All right, so I think we're pretty much good to go. We got Pizard. Welcome to the live stream, Pizard. I hope you're doing good, by the way. Or Bizad. Is it Pizad? It might be like Pizzad. I'm gonna say it's Pizzad, kind of like pizza and like didn't put a D with it, so maybe like pizza. It could be Pizad. I'm gonna say Pizad. Pizad. All right, we'll do that. Welcome to the live stream. Toku. Fucking love Toku. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and press the button real quick. We're gonna load up our game. All right, so chapter 1, where is my chapter 3? I think it's right here, investigation. I think this is it right here. Yep, that's right. Thank you for letting me know that, by the way. Chaos, it's great to be able to see you as well. How are you doing? All right, so let's go ahead and continue. All right. Once again, I'm very bad with names. I don't know why, but just in general. So here we go. We're gonna look at the report card. Okay. I'm suspecting that Hifumi is actually one of the ones that is accomplice. That's just me. He did not like the fact that that Taka was also infatuated by the AI because of the fact the AI created a version of Mundo for him to be, and he like flipped his shit after that entire situation. His entire personality, Taka's personality, flipped a damn switch. So I don't know why. I just feel like it could definitely be Hifumi, with the addition of, I think it's also Celeste. That's who I was trying to think of the name, but I could not think. So a very big thing that's been going on with this game is the fact that they've been talking about potentially someone actually working with Monokuma. It's going to be either two things, man. I do not think it's Ashihina. I don't think it's Sakura. When we talked to Monokuma or saw that cutscene with Monokuma, it seemed like he was talking to a girl. So I think one of the girls is actually working with Monokuma. The only two girls that you could really suspect, in my honest opinion, is Celeste, because she puts on a really good poker face. With the addition, I could definitely see Kyoko. So Kyoko, I love Kyoko. She's my little detective girl, alright? I think she's awesome. You don't fuck with her. She cool, alright? But she's still very mysterious. We still don't know the reasons why she actually disappeared, and she will not tell us why. My speculation is she was the one that took the laptop because she got sick and tired of seeing Hifumi and Takada fight over it. So she just took the, she was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna take it, I'm gonna hide it. And I think where she was is actually, whenever everybody was like, wondering where she was in this chapter, I think she was actually looking at the laptop to see if, the AI for Chiori is, I guess you would say, been updated to any like new news that could help them out escape this place. So that's my theory for Kyoko. I just feel like it's Celeste. I don't know. She gives me that vibe. She could kill literally two birds with one stone with this situation if she had the accomplice with Hifumi. Hifumi was riled up anyways. That's another big thing, because of the whole thing with Chihori's AI, getting infatuated by it. And same with Tako. I mean, we can't rule out the fact that maybe Taka could have potentially attacked someone first in that lab. We don't really know, but that's at least me kind of thinking on how it could actually be. I don't know. All right, let's see. My favorite characters thus far, if you're wondering, is Kyoko. I love Kyoko. I think she's really awesome. I'm gonna be 100%. Ashihino, I do want to learn more about Ashihina. Yashihiro reminds me of freaking Ichiban, and his voice actor sounds very similar to what is it, Taiji King, or is it Kaiji? It might be a Kaiji Tang. I'm always getting that mixed up a little bit. Even though it's not him, it just sounds super like it. And right this minute, the situation that he's in sounds like such a fucking Ichiban thing to happen. What? Oh no, I wasn't there. Everybody's like suspecting him. It's like, dude, come on, the suit fits on you, everything's working at, you know, not in your favor, dude. He's like, what? No, I swear. It's like, no. I wish that we would have got more time with Junko. I would definitely say that. Toko, another thing is I don't suspect Toko because she already has the split personality situation. I think if we're talking about someone that's working underneath Monokuma, I don't think Sakura will do it. I don't know. I think the morality would kick in. Like, she seems to have like principles. Toko's got the already situation with split personality, so I don't think they would give her another thing on top of it. Ashihina, I just don't see Ashihina that way. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, personally. Like, she doesn't give off the vibe of someone that would do that. She's a little bit of a airhead that is a athlete at the end of the day for swimming. I just don't see her being like a mastermind of that. So it comes down to Celeste or Kyoko, for me, personally, if we're just talking about the situations that's, you know, at hand. So I'll definitely say that. New here, but a big fan of this game. How are you liking it so far? Any favorites? Dude, loving the game so far. It's definitely made me interested in wanting to play the rest of the series. I actually went ahead and bought the other two games. I know that there is technically two other games that's kind of a spin-off-ish, but at least whenever it comes to Danganronpa 1, V3, and 2, I went ahead and just got. I also really want to play the Master Detectives one. I forgot what it was called, but that went on sale. So honestly, definitely want to do more of these types of games in the future. Let's see. LOL Facts Chaos. We got the blame Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. Hey Chaos, I hope you're doing good. Doing good. I heard someone was self-promoting in the Discord server. Yeah, it's okay. I think sorry, I think Cats and Dogs Have Fun didn't know, so it's okay. Help Yashihiro actually looks like Ichiban and all of it. I know, you're freaking Ichiban with the hair, dude. Poofball over here. I love it. I freaking love it, man. Let's see. Oh, all of you here, make sure to drop a like. 100%. Please like the stream. It's always super duper appreciative and helpful. Let's see. Yep, that's right. LOL. The spin-offs aren't as loved as the main games, but the sequel to this one is really incredible. Hope you get around to it. We'll see if we can. I'm not going to make any promises that we'll do it exactly right after this. There are a couple other games that's going to be coming out this summer that we promised that we would do, or I have some interest in doing, but I can definitely say I would love to be able to do the second game, potentially even the third game, and like I said, even that mystery detective thing, which looked really, really cool. So I guess it's about time for us to go ahead and get into it. Like I said, the biggest thing is it's been quite a while since we have sat down and actually played this game whenever it comes to the trials, so it may take me a little bit of time to get back into the mechanics, and especially if they add new mechanics. I don't know, it wouldn't surprise me if they add even more mechanics. So if I am not perfect at everything, and if we screw up, it is what it is. I do want to mention, if I ask for help, I'll let you guys know. Until then, please do not, if you know the answers and stuff like that, please do not give the answers out, you know, out right away. A lot of the times, if I see anything like that in the chat, I'm just going to ignore, so then I don't actually get into a situation where I get spoiled with certain things. If I feel like I'm struggling and I need help, I'll absolutely ask, alright? So that's about it. I'll let the new thumbnail that you made. Not going to say what game it is for the people who aren't members. Hey, that's perfectly fine. I think it looks great as well, so thank you. I think it went personally. I think I like that one better than. All I'm gonna do is kind of hint. All right, it's a little hint from the previous game. All right, there we go. I think it looks better than the previous game's thumbnail. That's all I'm gonna say. So thank you. I had a lot of fun making that one. It took a little bit of time, but it seems like it was totally worth it in the end. All right, I guess we're pretty much ready. Let's go to our truth bullets to kind of pull up every information with the Monokuma file. Alright, so the victims were Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that it was with that big old hammer. Let's see. Alright. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. Alright, is that it? Whenever it comes to that, I think so. Alright, number 2. The tarp was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body. It was apparently used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid leaving any bloodstains. The dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. This specific dolly has no handles, and the blood was found on one of its wheels. I do remember that. It is assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was originally found. When they were when they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were next seen in the repository, they were completely cleaned off. So that's another big thing. The reason why I think it's Hifumi that is actually the accomplice. He adds a motive to kill Taka. With the addition, I could definitely see him making it a super messy situation where he maybe he wanted to have like a blow, like, because that was the biggest thing. They're trying to frame it on Yashihiro, so it wouldn't surprise me. The infirmary or the nurse's office that they're in had blood in packs, so he could have literally doused his head in blood and then screamed to get everybody's attention when everybody wasn't looking at him and was spreading out to see if they could find that the hero Justice Hero guy, which basically they were trying to frame Yashihiro as. I could definitely see. Oh, that's another reason. I'll tell you in just a second. Anyways, I could see him faking his death, sitting there waiting for everybody to get out of the the way. Basically go over there, wipe his glasses clean, because we also found a cloth in the freaking trash can. He walks all the way up to the third floor to basically, I guess you would say, and go into the respiratory in the art room. So to wait everybody out, as soon as that ended up happening, the two people that was actually keeping close to his body was Ashihina and also Celeste. So as soon as I guess you would say Celeste and them got out of the bathroom, saw that he was gone, that's when they went back up to the third step to basically, or the third floor, to announce to the people that, hey, his body is gone. Hifumi's body is gone. So then I believe everybody races down to go and basically check on the body, and that's when Hifumi went and actually moved the body for Takada into the respiratory room with him. So keep that in mind as well. There's a lot of things going on with this. It sounds fucking cracked, because it is cracked. Now, the reason why I suspect Celeste as well was the fact that she is the one that also got attacked originally by the hero guy. I could see that he, not the hero guy, the Justice dude, Justice Robot. I don't know the specific name. She actually took pictures of Hifumi getting hurt by the hero guy, and the fact that the hero, or the robot, the suit could only fit on Hiro is trying to make him look even more suspicious. Hiro was basically in a situation where he got fooled to come out early in the morning and then got drugged, so I could see them actually taking pictures to try to frame him and make it seem like there is somebody in a bodysuit going after Celeste, Hifumi, and now Taka. So that was the biggest thing. Also, Celeste, whenever it comes to this, was the one that also told everybody that she thought that she saw the Justice Hero guy, the one in the robotic suit. She was the one that's like, oh, I saw someone on the third floor. I think she made that shit up to basically draw some people's attention, so then they could split up into the two groups to have a chance and opportunity for them to find the body up there and also go all the way down there. It needed to be timed just right, and I think that's like the biggest thing right there. So I think that's how it kind of works. I could be wrong. I'm probably missing a couple things, but If I am, I apologize. One, it's just a lot of information to try to dump it on real quickly, and two, I'm trying to remember everything that ended up happening at the scene of the events that actually kind of happened. So sorry about that, by the way. Let's see. Also, Mini Minx is like interesting indeed. All right. When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were next seen in the repository, they were completely cleaned off. Another thing, whenever it comes to Hifumi was also known to be really crafty, I believe, whenever it comes to art. That's why he was so infatuated with knowing that there was a art studio or room where he could dedicate his craft to. So that's another thing to keep in mind too, which I could see him being a accomplice for. He is the one that maybe even designed the whole hero armor, and on top of that, the hammers, to try to get this whole situation going like it did. Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in the repository. One of them was found wet and had apparently been recently washed off. The door connecting the art room to the repository was designed to open only from the repository side, so from the inside of it. According to AoE, it was locked during the search for the missing bodies. However, when the bodies was rediscovered, it had somehow been unlocked. I don't think anybody actually locked the door and unlocked it and ran out of the place. I think yet again it was Hifumi, which had the body of Taka's in there with him, and he basically, about time that another thing is, I think there was like a washed off hammer. I think he ended up possibly hurting himself, like I said, to be the noble sacrifice, and before he actually clocked himself in the head, I think he unlocked it, bammed himself in the head, washed off the hammer, and then he laid. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Okay, we're just thinking, we're just talking, so we'll see. A puddle of blood was found in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was initially found. A tire track had been left behind in the blood. Now, Kiyotaka, this was another interesting fact. I don't know if it was where they might have messed up and they just had it already. If you go and you look at when we initially found Kiyotaka's body, we actually saw that there was already tracks there. There are literally the little wheel tracks there, so it makes it seem as if someone wheeled him in there, but I don't know if they just kind of messed up on there, if that's true or not. Funny enough, when we first found his body, I noticed the little tire tracks, if I remember correctly. It's been a little while. Alright, so let's see. The cloth was found in the trash can in the nurse's office. It is branded with a popular cartoon character and was found with blood on it. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe some blood away. Once again, the blood that was on Hifumi's glasses. Hifumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently, they weren't gone for more than about a minute. Jesus, man. That means he had to wipe that shit off real quick, get the fuck up, and start rotting before they came. This is the note that Yashihiro wrote to get everyone to the meeting. Meet in the dining hall. Meet in the dining hall is all it says. The handwriting is remarkably neat and clear. Yet again, that's actually really cool. Now, these are the blueprints for the Robo Justice, which were found in Yashihiro's room. That's a very big thing, like, whenever you look at here, that clues it in. Look at the writing for the Robo Justice. It's definitely not even nearly as neat as the one here that Yashihiro actually did. This is like, I don't know, chicken scrap compared to this. No offense. Like, that's probably my handwriting versus like someone else's. Let's be honest. But yes, that right there. So these are the blueprints for Robo Justice, which were found in Yashihiro's room. No one but Yashihiro could have possibly fit into the costume. In addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend the waist more than 90 degrees. Yet again, the biggest thing whenever it comes to Robo Justice design is the restrictive nature of the suit itself. So I don't even think he would even be able to run and attack people so, delicately within this suit itself. Apparently, Yashihiro received a mysterious note last night. The note reads, "I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't let anyone else know for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Kiyotaka's. Alright, so Kiyotaka's wristwatch broke with the hand pointing just past 6 o'clock. It was confirmed that as of late last night, the watch still worked, which means it must have been broken the following morning when he was attacked. So, right around 6 o'clock, which is also at the same time that Celeste was up and doing shit too, apparently. Kiyotaka's lifeless hand was found clutching a small scrap of paper. Hifumi had this note hidden on him. One of the edges appears to be torn. The note reads, "I found a hole. Maybe we can use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't let anyone else know. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m." All right, let's see. A hole in the rec room. So there's two different notes, rec room, and then also the one that was in, what do you call it, the equipment room. So just FYI whenever it comes to that, it seems like there was two different notes accounted for. One to basically lure out Yashihiro so then they could drug him and make him look like the suspicious one, and then this one that was apparently found here via through Hifumi. More than likely, I guarantee you, Takada had the paper. Hifumi went over there and tried to strike and kill him, or even Celeste. No, it would be Hifumi. Basically, Taka was holding on to the paper, and he's like probably looking in the room like, huh, nobody's in here. You know, like, shit. Why did someone want me to come in here? And that's when Hifumi came in, striked him, saw that he had the piece of paper in his hand, and then basically tried to grab the paper out of his hand and was successful, but ended up ripping it out because of how hard he was still gripping at the end of his life, Taka's end of life. So, yet again, something interesting to keep note of. Each student has their own e-handbook, which also acts as a keycard. The owner's name is displayed each time the handbook is booted up. It is believed that the handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time. That's another thing. So, I wonder why, I forgot who mentioned this. Was it it might have been Kyoko. She was mentioning about, I think she was the one that was mentioning about e-handbooks, like we don't need to worry about it this time. But it's still interesting that she even mentioned that to begin with, right? Rats Foamage said hi. Hello. Let's see. Do you think Yashihiro designed Robo Justice? Do I think Yashihiro did? No, I don't think so. I highly doubt he did. I think this was a ploy. And basically the only bad thing I would say, well, we were able to enter Yashihiro's room without his key. So someone could have been able to do the exact same thing. Not only that, yeah, Yashihiro was drugged. He could have easily got, like, someone could have easily got his key. So I think it was planted on him, like, or not planted on, well, yeah, planted in his room to make him look even more suspicious. I don't think he created this. This looks like the work of, potentially, I would say, Hifumi. I think Hifumi designed it. I really do. Once again, I think he designed this whole thing, and also created it because from what I'm understanding, he's relatively crafty whenever it comes to arts and crafts. So I could definitely see him making a suit of armor. Now, the only thing that I would definitely say, it's interesting that he had the exact dimensions of Yashihiro. How did he get the exact dimensions of Yashihiro? Let's just say, because it will not fit on anybody else. It's either too big or too small for everybody else. So it only really fits Yashihiro. How the fuck did they manage to do that? That's something I'm curious about. Alright, so I think that's really all we got. Let's go ahead and go inside. Like I said, I'm not going to be perfect at this. We might mess up a couple times here and there. Just like the second trial, some of their wordings can be a little bit weird. Don't forget that there's going to be multiple bullet points, so I need to press LB to swap over it. I think A is going to be able to silence the words. Y is to be able to throw out the word itself whenever it comes to the contradictions. Whenever it comes to the parts with the, like, rhythm game, you press A until it basically gets to, like, a point where there's a lot of contradictions, and you need to throw it out there to redirect those, rebuttal those. So I need to remember that. There's a speed up button. I don't remember which button is the speed up, but we can look at the controls. So then if I screw up in one part, I can kind of go back and speed it up a notch. So I think I got the controls for the most part right here. I think. Alright. So, Everyone had heard Monokuma's proclamation, and they were gathered by the red door. As soon as we were all there, 2 Monokumas? What the fuck? I mean, he could explode, and there's duplicates, but why? I guess he's doing this to kind of be a mockery of what's happening right now. There's an accomplice, so he's like, here you go. I got 2 of us right here. Hello. He multiplied? Nope, not multiplication. It just looks that way because of illusion. I'm moving so fast, it only looks like I'm multiplied. What? Can you guys tell which one is the real Monokuma? Can we just get on the elevator already?
Boy, tough crowd.
You're not playing along.
Stop talking.
We're not here to play with you. Okay, fine.
Hey!
Then, if everyone's here and ready to go, please board the pain train or elevator. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
Okay then, shall we?
Please.
Hold on, man. I'm not mentally prepared yet. Yeah, because you're the main suspect. Sadly, man, I feel bad for you. At least now you know how we felt on our first trial, dude. Everybody suspected the shit out of us.
What the heck?
You'll never be mentally prepared. You can't run away anymore, hero. You're gonna pay for your sins.
What the heck?
I told you already. I didn't do it. For serious. That reminds me. Did you ever find the other costume or the note? That is actually kind of true, did he? Well, no, but... How unfortunate. Then it would seem we have our culprit. I like how you're so, adequate about it. Ah! Poor Ichi. This isn't the place to talk about it. Save your accusations for when we get to the courtroom.
That's right.
She's right. Let's get down there first, then the story can really begin. Yeah, good idea. That's right. I have to do it. I can't let whoever killed Hifumi and Taka get away with it. For everyone who's still alive, and for the 2 that lost their lives. Jesus Christ, man. The one who killed Hifumi and Taka. The one who killed 2 of our friends. The killer is... I think it's Celeste. Someone right here. Alright, let's talk to everybody before we go in. XE98, welcome to the live stream. It's about to go down. You ain't lying.
Damn.
I don't like Monokuma's carefree attitude. Can't blame you. Alright, what about you? Oh, oops.
Damn.
Not what I wanted. Let's see, Ashihina?
Just the worst.
Let's hurry up and go, so we can make Hiro pay for his crimes. Alright, Byakuya? Were you listening? Wait until we get to the courtroom to begin your arguing. Celeste, let's see what she's got to say. It would appear the culprit has been confirmed. This trial will be over in no time. Alright, Kyoko?
Hey.
The story begins when we get down there. Alright, what about Genocide Jill?
Yes.
Come on, Big Mac, let's do it! Alright, Yashihiro? Was it me? You gotta believe me, bro! I feel so bad for him. Oh, I do. Byakuya's so weird. He's either an asshole or the most reasonable. Agreed. Fucking agreed. I think it pissed me off because of how much, like, he was really on us on the first trial. And that's what made me just dislike him. But then, I don't... But then also, I like the fact, like, he's an asshole, but he was like, he's like, look, man, I knew Mundo killed, you know, Shihiro, so I had to make it look like it was Genocide Jill or Genocide Jack, because if not, it would have not been interesting. So, like, he made it entirely more interesting just because of that. He could have just left it like it was. It's, so, yes and no. He's an asshole, or it's at the same time like, okay, I kind of like him. So, it's 50-50 for me. I took one last deep breath and exhaled slowly. I began to walk towards the elevator. Once everyone was aboard, the doors closed on their own, and the steel box began to move. The clunking of the elevator kept us company as we fell further and further down. There was no going back. Until we settled all this, we couldn't go anywhere. I'm not sure how long it was before the elevator finally came to a stop. The elevator door slid open, opening up onto a cruel fate. Here we are. When I see all of you gathered together like this, I realize how just how few of you there are left. Your school life is slowly reaching its climax.
Just the worst.
Only because of you. Why? Why are you making us do such cruel things to each other? What? What? Do you really hate me so much? But I'm so cute.
Come on.
Stop goofing off and begin the trial. Don't rush me. Of course I'm gonna start it. I would never be like, stay tuned for the action-packed class trial after this commercial break. I'd never hold out on you like that. Okay, let's begin. Get to your assigned seats. Ayo. Let's see. I like that he tries to make the game interesting. He's one of my favorites from this game. Oh, for real? I can't blame you there. I'm gonna be 100%, man. Let's see. Also, so Nupidity said, I hate Bianca. Oh my god, I'm so 50 with Bianca. Like I said, there are portions of me that likes him, but then another way. I like him because he honestly is like an opportunist. He took like a really good opportunity. He made the class trial really interesting, and not only that, he also made it so where he could test how everybody was. Like, you know, he tested everybody's ability to deduct, and also who he needs to be watching out for. We pissed them off, though. That's like the biggest thing right there. We absolutely pissed them off. And so, the curtains open once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate. A deadly class trial. Do you want to save? Yes, I would love to be able to save. Alright, shit, sure. I guess we gotta do what we gotta do, just save. Alright, so we got the Open E handbook. Let's go to the set skills. Lost in thought. So, I should just go ahead and do that. Increase the time limit for each phase. Alright, that's good. Effective during class trial, costs 3 SP. We got downshift, reduce your aim speed. Crystal prediction. Decreases an argument to 3 statements or less. Effective during the non-stop debate. And also the bullet time battle strike. That might actually be good, but it takes 5 SP for that. Oof. I don't think we got any more anyway, so that kind of works. Oh, I guess we're good. Open E handbook. Truth bullets. All right, I'm gonna go through this one more time just to have like all the notes that we need. All right, like I said, this is our third one. I'm not gonna be perfect at this. There's gonna be times where I'm gonna be like, oh fuck. you're gonna say like, ah god, struggles. But I like this game a lot, so let's do it. All right. Hey Ray Diamond, it's great to see you. Hey Cookie. Hey Ray Diamond, how you doing? It's good to be able to see you yet again. The victims were Hofumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru. The cause of death for each was a blow to the head. It is thought that they were both killed with a similar weapon. The tarp was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless bottle. I'm sorry. The tarp was found in the repository under Kiyotaka's lifeless body. It was apparently used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid leaving any bloodstains. The dolly was found when the body was rediscovered in the repository. The specific dolly has no handles, and the blood was found on one of its wheels. It is assumed that this is the same dolly that was in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was originally discovered. When they were first found in the nurse's office, Hifumi's glasses were covered in blood. However, when they were next seen in the repository, they were completely clean. Hammers of all shapes and sizes were found in the repository. One of them was kind of found wet and had apparently been recently washed. Interesting. The door connecting to the art room to the repository was designed to open only from the repository side. According to Aoi, it was locked during the search for the missing body. However, when the bodies was rediscovered, it seemed it somehow been unlocked. A puddle of blood was found in the equipment room where Kiyotaka's body was initially found. A tire track had been left behind in the blood. The cloth was found in the trash can in the nurse's office. It is branded with a popular cartoon character and was found with blood on it. One has to wonder if someone used it to wipe some blood away. Ofumi's body disappeared when Celeste and Aoi left the nurse's office to use the bathroom. Apparently they weren't gone for more than a minute or two. This is the note that Yashihiro wrote to get everyone to meet in the dining hall. Meet in the dining hall is all it says. The handwriting is remarkably clean. These are the blueprints for the Robo Justice which were found in Yashihiro's room. No one but Yashihiro could have possibly fit into the costume, and in addition, anyone wearing it would not be able to see their feet or bend the waist more than 90 degrees. Apparently, Yashihiro received a mysterious note last night. The note reads, I found a hole, maybe we could use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m. Kiyotaka's wristwatch broke, with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock at 6 a.m. It was confirmed that as of late last night, the watch still worked, which means it had been broken the following morning when he was attacked. Kiyotaka's lifeless hand was found clutching a small scrap of paper. Hifumi had this note hidden on him. One edge of it appears to be torn. The note reads, I found a hole, maybe we could use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't let anyone else know for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m. Okay? Also, one last thing. Each student has their own e-handbook, which also acts as a keycard. The owner's name displayed each time the handbook is mooted up. It is believed that no handbooks were involved in carrying out the murders this time. Alright, so Redundant Gamer said, one of my coworkers took me out this morning and I got my nails done. Ooh, that's actually awesome. I'm very happy for you. I hope it went well. So this trial is one of your favorites? Really? That's actually really awesome then. Alright. Well, shit. I guess we're all prepared. Let's go. Class trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
Whew. Let's do it.
If you can figure out
Who done it?
then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Jesus Christ.
Now then, to begin with...
Let's see what we got.
We already know who did it.
Ashiana? I don't think so. You might want to be careful.
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have
Celeste
an
just
alibi
went in.
for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit.
I like how Celeste is also, like, right then and there, also try to pick up on that.
Don't try and deny it. You killed them.
Poor Yashihiro's like,
I
bro!
didn't. Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murder
Sorry.
mouth, murderer!
Says genocide, Jill. What? You murder a hell of a lot too, Jill.
Who are you calling a murderer?
Exactly.
I am sorry to say, Hiro, but we do have evidence.
You just have the blueprints.
Parts we assume were used to build it, and all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
Jesus Christ. I feel bad for Yashihiro. He's like, bro! He really is in the Ichiban moment.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know.
Poor guy. Is Hiro really the killer, or for anything else, we have to make that clear? Alright. Oh boy, make your argument. Yashihiro's message. His handwritten letter. Yep.
Everything we found in your room.
Just in your room.
The blueprints, the...
Also, I am going here. I want to look at the controls. We got silencer, fast forward. I got my aim. Concentrate is this right here. So yeah, when I see it, we hold it down and we try to concentrate and hit it with the bullet. The blueprints.
That you are the culprit.
I think Yashihiro's message would have gone right there.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
It's a fucking conspiracy, man.
Why? Why did you kill them?
Okay, we know where it's at.
Hold on a second.
I feel so bad for him. Alright, I mean, looking at the blueprints, that handwriting is awfully messy. If I remember right, Yashihiro's handwriting is really well.
Everything we found in your room.
Alright,
The blueprints, the suit parts. they are
I think
all
this would be it.
No, that's wrong.
Counterattack, bitch. Break.
Are we sure Hiro really made those blueprints?
A lot of people are dying, dude. That's wild.
What do you mean?
I love the voice acting in English dub, and it's so funny how Yashihiro shares a VA with Goyo Lamo. Really? Goyo from who? I'm sorry. I remember somebody actually mentioning the same thing. I just can't quite remember. Anyways, Puzzle Piece was telling me about it. Anyways, I like the voice actor because it reminds me of Kaiji Tang, which I know is not the one that voices it, but it sounds super similar. So it sounds like Ichiban from the Like a Dragon series. Sorry.
Well, take a look at this.
Hell yeah, dude.
It's the note that Hiro wrote.
Hiro.
Asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say?
Exactly. So someone else made the blueprints.
When you compare it to the blueprints.
That looks like chicken shit.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Exactly.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
Okay, fair. Fair. I was just thinking that in my head. I should have known better. She would have countered them with that.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Ooh, what you gotta say, Sakura?
Come on. I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
At least he's admitting it. No offense, Yashihiro.
So Makoto, are you saying you don't think Hiro's the culprit?
Nah, I don't think he is.
And he is not the only one. I think Hiro's
Nice.
Well,
Let's see. No, you're right. It is actually Kaiji Tang. I thought it was someone else. I really thought there was. I forgot who. Because most of these told me it was somebody different, but it sounded super similar. If it's Kaiji Tang, I'm right on the money. Every time I hear Kaiji Tang's fucking voice, I swear to God, doesn't matter if it's an anime show or a fucking game now, I can almost be like, it's gotta be Kaiji Tang. I hear it. I hear that motherfucker.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit?
See, Bayaka could be reasonable. I agree. I absolutely agree. He's like, well, hold up, man. We need to figure out more pieces. It's not that simple. In this game, nothing is that simple.
Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
No.
the suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
Uh-oh. Of course he passes it off to me. I know, right?
So, who was in the Robo-Justice suit?
Oh, Jesus. The suspicious individual in question, the one that must have been... Okay, fucking Illuminati? We got Hina? It's not Aishi Hina. It's Hiro. It's going to be Hiro. It's not gonna be... fucking Illuminati. It was the Illuminati! It's like, are you cracked? It was Hiro.
I got it!
Please.
Other than Hiro, I can't think of anyone else it could have been.
But he was drugged.
Obviously, he was the one in that particular suit. And we never found any kind of second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hiro is the prime suspect.
Ooh.
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hiro didn't do it.
Well, he can be in the suit, but Ashikina. It's fine.
It makes perfect sense. Hiro was the suspicious individual in the suit.
Exactly.
He's not the culprit.
Exactly.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
It was all fucking ruse. You've been rused the whole time. Alright, Bianca, I'm liking this, alright.
Now that's a bold assumption.
Fucking
And
Jill.
what reason do you have to make such a statement?
Uh-oh.
You do have a reason, yes.
Ooh.
Of course. But before we get to that,
Okay.
there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
It's like, look, we need to flip the fucking switch, because if you keep on going the way it is, you're just gonna keep assuming it's Yashihiro. So he's like, look, I need to take charge of this real quick.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body.
Jesus.
It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items.
You're right about that.
Makoto, can you tell us what they
Fuck! He's like, Makoto! I'm like, dude, why? The thing that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been... the dolly. It was the dolly. Repository dolly. Making sure... Whoa. Taka's body. The thing that were used to move Taka's body. Okay, let's read this. Can I read it? Tarp was found in reservatory under Kiyotaka's lifeless body. It was used to move Kiyotaka in order to avoid. And then you got the dolly. So it's gonna be blue tarp. Should be blue tarp. There's still one more thing. The thing that were used to move Taka's body, they must have been... So the blue tarp and then also the repository dolly. So 2 items.
I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
It's a pretty popular joke among fans that Kiyotaka and oh no, not Kiyotaka, sorry. Kyoko and Byakuya always makes Makoto say what they're thinking. I know! I can excuse it for Kyoko. I have a soft spot for her, alright? She's our detective mystery lady. I'm like, hell yeah. She's cool. Byakuya, I'm like, god damn it, Byakuya. You fucking asshole. Uh-oh. Did we not get it right? What's with his attitude?
So, let's see if I can explain.
Alright. Here we go.
Taka's body disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right?
Right.
It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room.
Look at that goddamn blood. The blood be going through.
So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body.
Indeed.
That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Right.
Same thing.
Here we go.
I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there.
Yeah, I remember it being like that. I remember being like, huh, that's weird.
But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly.
I swear to God, I want to go back and I want to look. I swear when we first saw Taka's body, the blood stains with the wheels, like the little wheel stains that's there, was still underneath him. Like it showcased. I need to go back and I need to look, but I think they just pretty much kept like the same blood and didn't think about the wheels. Like I'm gonna be honest, I want to go back and see, but I'm pretty sure before the body got moved that the little wheel stains were still there. I could be wrong though. I think.
Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository,
Boom.
so did the dolly.
So it's definitely a like look, it's easy, man. It got fucking moved, and body got moved with it. You gotta think, man. It must have been used.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body.
Yeah.
Right?
You got that shit.
But are you sure you are not mistaken?
All right. So what's your counterclaim towards it?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
I remember seeing it.
That dolly was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and the art room.
Uh-oh.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room.
Interesting.
It's not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
No. There's wheel tracks. There's little wheel tracks. You can't be doing that.
An objection? How do you respond?
There's little wheel tracks there.
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
What an asshole. One, you get to see literally the tracks that was made there by wheels, and if you go and you look at the fucking little dolly right now, there's blood on the dolly itself.
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Jesus, why you gotta be so rude to us, Celeste? Wow, never had anyone sound so nice while also being so mean, but maybe I could change your mind. If I could just explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment room to the repository. A new element has been added. Oh no! Another element! No! It's like, here you go, another element, man! I know it's like 20 hours to your playthrough, but yeah, man! A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Would you like to hear more? Yeah, absolutely. Oh boy, let's talk about reloading. Starting with this next bullet time battle, we're gonna add one more ingredient to the recipe. How many more? I don't know if I can take any more. new ideas. I like it, but I don't. On the bottom of the screen, underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Uh-oh. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. But from now on, oh, just locking on and pressing Y button won't be enough to handle them. Now it will cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. So it means you don't want to be carelessly just pressing and spamming Y to get rid of their claims. You're going to want to do as many as you can at once. Fuck. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. However, you can reload by pressing X button. Oh shit. Just like locking on, you'll have to press X in the time with the tempo marker. So now we're gonna have to do, oh boy. Okay. Oh no. ... Basically, just remember that the X button now has a function along with the A and also the Y buttons. So A is to basically keep the tempo kind of going until all the statements are on the screen. Y is going to be where you can actually counter those claims that they got. X is going to be where you need to go over there and reload with also keeping the tempo going. You will automatically reload at the start of the fever time, and your ammo will not decrease. Fever time? Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, you won't have to reload at all. In which case, you can ignore everything I just said. Oh, that's nice. If only if we would have picked gentle. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh, Jesus. The moment of truth. We're gonna try.
You had it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic.
Damn.
Will get you nowhere.
Because of the claims.
Away with you.
Oh my god. Oh.
Miserable.
Okay. That's kind of weird.
I cannot agree.
Okay.
You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst, you miserable wretch.
Why is this bitch so mean to us? Did I do it?
I cannot agree.
Negative? Oh, fuck, I forgot about this.
So pathetic.
Oh, I forgot how that thing works. Help, I need help. Controls, lock on, fever, activate fever time. I need fever time right now.
Away with you. You miserable wretch.
There we go.
I cannot agree.
Okay, final strike. Let's go.
Cannot agree.
Shut up, bitch. Oh! I almost forgot about that. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Asking for proof that the dolly moved. I have it right here.
Let's go, Makoto.
When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it.
That good old blood stain.
There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark in it that matched the dolly wheel's tread.
Hell yeah.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room.
They just didn't notice. Damn.
And as the blood
Careless
dried on
mistake.
the tire, they moved the body into the repository.
Seems like they were quite in a hurry to get this shit done with and was careless.
So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Oh. How you like that claim, bitch? How you like that counter? Jeez, does Celeste really hate me that much? Oh no, she's just trying to cover her ass. It's hurting.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't
Fucking
do
Robo
it.
Justice.
Because if it's not a killer robot, then what kind of robot is it?
Wait, what? It was just made to set up a ruse.
I'm not sure that really matters.
And Sakura's like, hold up now. That's...
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer.
Go ahead, Byakuya, tell
If
us.
you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
If I look at how the body was moved, it'll be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it. Okay. If I look at how the body was moved, what does he mean by that? Alright, here we go. Shit's about to get real. Make your arguments. Robo Justice costume. He's talking about how restricted the costume was.
As we know, Taka was killed in the equipment room.
I feel like I gotta sneeze.
The body was moved to the repository.
Sorry about that. Slippy, or Sippy, welcome to the live stream.
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp,
Tarp.
then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Okay.
Keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
So you would have to go down
Well,
below. I
yeah,
think it's that.
But even without a handle,
Or it's gonna be this
all you
next
have
one.
to do is bend over.
I think it's gonna be that.
No, that's wrong.
You couldn't hardly move in that suit.
You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low.
But you can't do that with that suit.
But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Ooh, ooh.
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
I'm blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. I'm telling you, it wasn't me! And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like it's pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Ayo.
Now that you mention it, yeah.
Exactly. So it can't be the Robo Justice suit with Hero.
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
Oh boy. I mean, that would be very difficult to do though. I mean, you're talking about a dead fucking, like a corpse on top of the dolly itself. It's not like you're just kicking it willy-nilly.
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Literally.
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
Genocide Jill's probably done something similar in the past.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Ayo.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
Yeah, but that's a lot of that's a lot of unnecessary time just to take off suits back and forth, don't you think? And it seems like we're really rushed in time. It's all about how much time you actually have. To me, it already looked like they were in a rush. I don't think they had the suit on at all for the person that actually started moving the body, which is the whole point. It's not Hero with the suit. Plus, I don't know. Could you imagine Hero doing that? Like, he'd be having trouble getting the shit off. Oh, fuck! Get this shit off me! There's absolutely no chance that the costume was taken off just to move the body because Hero's not strong enough. Once it's on, you can never take it off. That's a true statement! That's another thing. Someone's gotta help you take it off. You can't take it off by yourself. Yeah, you can't take it off by yourself.
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
So, that's also why Hero, even if he was up and awake, he just couldn't take that shit off. So even if you would have managed to see him around, like, in the school, he's like, bro, I can't get this shit off. You got people running after his ass. He's probably a little scared, too. I don't know what's up with this thing, but I can't actually get it off. A little help? Why would you make something that you can't take off by yourself? I didn't make this stupid freaking thing. There's a clasp on the back that keeps you from getting it off. It looks pretty sturdy. I don't think you can get it off on your own. We don't really have a choice. Let's help him.
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Nope.
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it.
Exactly.
Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Our character's right, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's right.
It's awesome that we've been like hanging out with Yashihiro. I'm like, I got you, bro.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
Not good old
To
Robo
be
Justice.
clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Correct.
No, wait.
Wait, what?
Just a second, if you please.
Uh-huh.
Have you forgotten about the picture that I took?
Somebody drugged the guy and made it look that way. I wonder whom.
You all got a good look at it, did you not? The
Uh,
image of Hifumi being dragged away by Robo-Justice?
Okay, but like even the angle is kind of like, it doesn't even look as if he's being technically dragged. Like you could basically kind of like interpret it him as dragging, you know, him away, or simply Hifumi actually looking like he's trying to pick up and carry him. That's literally what it looks like. Joker Phantom, they said, hey.
If whoever was in that suit is not the culprit, how do you explain that? Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
Uh-oh. Oh, yes, we know. His final words. How did you get hurt? That guy, he hit me. What guy? Robo Justice, that's what I decided to call him just now.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Very adequate about this, I'll tell you that.
The individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hiro, without a doubt.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Ashihina.
That's gotta be right.
No.
Hold on a second.
Fucking
Still
Ichi.
far too early to reach that conclusion.
Thank you, Kyoko.
Besides, there's no hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility?
Exactly.
Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Sorry.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Alright, here we go.
Let's review this series of unfortunate events from the beginning. Maybe we'll uncover something new.
Alrighty.
What a pain in the ass!
It's like, well,
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line. If this is what it takes, we have to do it.
exactly, Sakura.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck Kyoko was when everything went down.
I doubt it, because I would love to know where Kyoko was.
All right then, let's take another look back at what happened. I suppose we could start with this morning. 4 of us gathered together in the dining hall. Makoto, Hina, Kyoko, and myself.
I like that Sakura's the one that's kind of re-explaining everything, because you could do this earlier before the trial actually started. You could go to Sakura and she would actually explain the whole situation again.
We waited there for quite a while, but nobody else showed up, so we went to look for everyone.
Literally, they spent like an hour just waiting for everybody to...
That was around 8 a.m.
And as soon as we split up, Kyoko went missing.
Yep, she was apparently supposed to be looking on 2nd floor.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
Yep.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
A little after 7, eh?
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out,
It was Robo Justice.
Justice. It also soon became clear that this same Robo Justice had abducted Hifumi.
Also, isn't Hifumi like isn't he like an online content creator whenever it comes to like books or some shit like that? So like Robo Justice just sounds like something that he definitely created. I'm sorry.
We were soon joined in our search by Byakuya and Toko, and then went on to find Hifumi in the library. He was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office
Yep.
and resumed our search for the suspect.
You're right.
But not long after leaving the nurse's office,
Celeste claimed to see Robo Justice yet again. What's wrong? I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the 2nd floor.
Once again, we're all relying on the fact if she saw Robo Justice or not move. I don't think anybody else has actually seen Robo Justice other than Hifumi, which could be her accomplice. So you're only really having those two right there.
And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Get everybody's attention on there. Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him. The strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
And then...
Ah! Hifumi. Huh. What was that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on. We gotta go back. Is there a benefit to being an accomplice to a murder? No. From what I remember, no. I'm thinking you don't win anything. Like, there's no reason to be an accomplice. The reason why I think probably Hifumi was an accomplice for Celeste, somehow Celeste coerced him. The only thing I could think is she fooled him into thinking that Takeda knew something about where the whereabouts was of the laptop for the AI of Chihiro. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know specifically, but that's the reason why it was easy to get him to become an accomplice, if that is the possibility. But from what I understand, even let's just say if it was someone alive, and you win, like the person that is blackened wins and everybody dies, and you make it out because they didn't figure out it was truly you, the murderer, I don't think they actually win anything. I think they in fact die. I'm pretty sure. So there's like no benefit of specifically helping out. I think she's just manipulated the fuck out of the guy. He was in a really weird kind of like state of mind anyways, a weakened state of mind. So it wouldn't surprise me. Plus, wasn't also Hifumi? That's another thing. Hifumi was already basically Celeste's bitch, making tea for Celeste, right? If I remember correctly. So he probably had like some kind of weird dommy mommy kind of vibe with her. No offense. Almost forgot about that. Another connection.
Divide up into two groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office, while Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko chased after the
Sorry, I'm having
suspect.
trouble with my voice.
When we got back to the nurse's office, we found Hifumi dead.
Now, the only thing about the vibe that I was talking about with this, where Hifumi faked his death by using the blood packets that was inside the refrigerator, where's the blood packets packet? You know what I mean? Was it on Hifumi? Did he put it into the trash can? What exactly happened with that? That is the only thing I would definitely... Sorry about that. I don't know why I had like a weird burp that wasn't trying to go through. Sorry. But that is like one thing I could probably criticize of my thinking. Like, where would the blood packet be?
And that's when we heard the body discovery announcement.
It was timed really perfectly.
I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor to let the others know what had happened.
So let me look or think. 1, 2. It takes 3 people to discover a dead body. Right? So there was only 2. No, there was 3. Celeste is so fucking clever. She timed it just perfectly where she coerced Hifumi to go downstairs and like put blood all on him, and then basically do the scream by the time that Byakuya and them also found the body too, to basically see that, you know, the announcement would pop off because Takeda is the one that actually is dead as of right this second, when Hifumi wasn't technically just dead yet. So that's actually really clever timing. Very elaborate.
Meanwhile, we had just discovered Taka's body in the equipment room.
That's wild.
We must have found both bodies at almost exactly the same time,
Literally.
because we heard the same announcement not long after we discovered his body.
Boom. See?
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi.
Sorry.
Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising.
That the body has been moved for Hifumi. Hifumi's body has disappeared.
We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again.
And that's when Takeda's body was also gone as well. This can't be happening. Are we hallucinating all this or something?
But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing.
That's wild.
We knew we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies.
Dead bodies, boy.
And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she'd found the bodies, and we all headed to the repository, which is where we rediscovered the corpses.
Jesus Christ, they're just sitting there.
I think that about covers it.
I think so. Other than basically Hifumi's having his dying wish, or dying last
The
words.
whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are not a simple series of connected events.
Okay, well,
I'm so sorry.
if that's true, then what?
Rather than a single series of events, I think we have to consider each murder a separate situation.
Separate
And
situations.
from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them.
Okay,
Now then, let's get
I
started.
like that.
Beginning with what happened to Taka.
I do like that. Alright, so the contradictions hidden in what happened to Taka. In order to uncover the truth of this case, I have to find them, no matter what. Alright, let's see what we got. Make your argument. Monokuma file number 3.
So,
All right.
regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
Taka.
We
Are they
already
really
know
related?
what order they were killed in.
It was my.
Taka came last.
Shit, I did the wrong thing right there.
say that.
Okay, let's
Because
see.
of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
The hammers?
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
I don't think that matters though.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
The Monokuma files probably has something to do with it. The Justice Hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order? Alright, so probably around the hammers one.
Regarding Taka's death,
Oh shit, wrong
I
thing.
wonder if he died before Hifumi.
I need to remember the button layout for that. Sorry, fast forward would
Or
be.
perhaps it was after. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Because of the hammers.
You say that.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Alright, no, that's not it. Fuck. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Makes me think something weird is going on. I thought that was it. I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction somewhere in there. I really thought that was the one. I'm sorry.
Regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if or perhaps
Monokuma
it was
file number
after.
3.
We already know what order they were killed in.
Okay.
Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
See, I really thought it was gonna be that.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came from a swing
There's only
of
2
Justice
spots, so
Hammer
I'm
4.
guessing it wasn't the one that I had to begin with.
So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay. Told you I'd be kind of messing up sometime.
so, regarding I wonder if he died, or perhaps it was after.
Okay, this is gonna be it.
We already know what order they were killed in.
I'm guessing this is it. No? Fuck. Okay, the only thing I can think is, am I messing up because do I have another truth bullet?
So, regarding Taka's death, I
Okay, hold up. I need to look here. So we got the silencer. Wasn't there another concentrate, open, help? Wasn't there like another thing that we could use? Give me a minute. Fire truth bullet, flashback, select truth bullet, silencer. Fuck, what am I missing? There must be something I'm missing. Wasn't there a way to like do something? I don't quite remember. Fuck, fire truth bullet, flashback. Okay. For Hifumi Yamada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru.
or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Okay.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice
See, I
Hammers.
did those two, and that's
True,
it.
Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer.
I'm sorry, I'm messing up right now.
Death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
Shit. I don't know how to get this. Hold up, let me think real quickly.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
The Justice Hammer were numbered, but Were they really used in that order? Exactly. But the problem them having... I thought maybe I could switch the order of the bullet, but I don't think I can. So I don't think I can do that.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Yeah, I can't figure this out. Hold up. Fuck, I'm messing something up. How do I swap my truth bullet? Okay, influence gauge, focus, concentration, fast forward, weak spots. When a character is talking, some text may appear in yellow. This is their weak spot, and it's represented as a potential lie or contradiction in their argument. Multiple weak spots. Alright, fire and truth, loading truth, quick select. If you quickly select the LB, the truth will automatically load according to their order. Alright, so that's Y. Silencer. You can eliminate white noise with your silencer by targeting it with A. If you successfully eliminate the white noise this way, your time will increase. However, if you shoot something else, you'll lose time.
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was
Ah, damn, I don't know what I'm looking for.
See?
There's only 2 spots that you can actually hit, and I'm doing something quite wrong about it.
So, regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he
What am I
died
doing
before
wrong?
Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
Yeah, I'm
Taka
messing
came
up big
last.
time. Rotten Zombie said hello. Hello.
Makes you say that?
I'm trying to get this right.
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with
Nope.
Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's
I thought there was
death
like a
came
way to
from a
do
string of
something.
Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious.
There's only
Taka
2
came
spots I can
after.
actually contradict with this bullet, but I've tried both and they weren't right. So I thought maybe I could swap the bullet, but I can't swap the bullet.
I wonder if he, or perhaps it was. We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Okay.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
See, I'm fucking up. I don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Hello, hello. Come on, Kodo, don't scare me like that. It makes me think something weird is going on.
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Yeah, but I
So,
don't understand what I'm doing wrong. Alright, influence gauge. Determines how much concentration you do. Okay, we got silencer, fast forward, open your handbook, fire truth bullet with the flashback. You got select truth bullet, which I don't have another truth bullet to do. I got open help and concentrate. There's only 2 spots I can actually hit, which I tried both of the spots and they are not
I
there.
wonder if he died before Hifumi. Or
That's not gonna be it at all.
after?
Nope. It's gonna be the only 2
we
spots.
already know what order they were killed in.
I'm fucking up. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. I was doing really good until this spot. I don't quite know what I'm messing up. Okay, nobody believes me. Nobody wants to hear what I have to say. Uh-oh, have we decided? I don't know what I fucked up. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, not unless I'm missing a spot. I'm kind of like trying to figure out what's going on. I'm gonna give it another shot. Yeah, of course. Alright, let me see if I can figure this out. There's something I'm quite doing literally wrong, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There's only 2 spots you can actually do anything with. I only have 1 truth bullet, it seems, that I can actually mess with, which is the Monokuma file number 3. So,
regarding Taka's death,
I can't switch
wonder if he
truth
died
bullets.
before Hifumi.
For some
Or
reason, it won't
perhaps
let me
was
switch it.
after?
And let me make sure I'm doing it correctly. Yeah, LB is to select truth bullet. I only have 1 truth bullet. Let's see. I'm trying to think of, would I maybe go into here? On a Koopa file number 3, cause of death. But yeah, I can't swap it out.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Okay, Taka came last.
What makes you say that?
Because of the numbering of the justice hammers.
Okay,
It's true that
2
Hifumi
spots.
was killed with Justice Hammer 3, while Taka's death came
Yeah,
from
see?
a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See?
I believe there's a mechanic not listed on the help screen. If you like, I can tell you. Why would they do that? I remember that there's a mechanic I don't remember what button it is. I think I know what you're talking about because that's the mechanic I'm looking for. Why wouldn't they list it? That's fucking stupid, though. No offense.
I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes you
I just wish that they would actually tell me.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
Oh, wrong thing.
It's true
There we go.
that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer
You can
3,
tell me. I just don't
while
quite know
Taka's
what
death came
button
from
it
a
is.
swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka
That's
came
really
after.
weird. Alright, so the Justice Hammer were numbered, but were they really used in that order?
So, regarding Taka's death,
I mean, I've literally hit all the
I wonder if
buttons.
he died before Hifumi.
It's supposed to be like something to highlight different things. I don't remember what button it is to highlight. I remember that there was like a mechanic for that.
Taka came last.
No.
What makes you say that?
If you hold the fire truth button over orange words, you could absorb the orange words.
While
Oh my god, that was the fucking thing. Yes, that's what I've been looking for. I'm not joking to you. I remembered that specific mechanic. Oh my god, dude. Oh, listed assholes. Fuck. Sorry, that made me so angry. That was what I was looking for, dude. Thank you. Oh my god.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Okay, now we got it. I was sitting here like, dude, I'm pressing every fucking button I can do.
So,
I was so
regarding
angry.
Taka's death, I wonder if he died
Oh,
before
thank
Hifumi,
God. All right, we got
perhaps it was
this.
after.
We were doing so great, and then it's
We already know
BS.
what order they were killed in.
All right, what order? Taka came last, so we got what order?
Say that.
All right.
Because of the numbering of the,
The numbering-
Justice Hammers.
Oh,
it's
I want to
true
get that one.
Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Okay, so now we have
Taka's
this.
death came from a swing of Justice Hammer
All right,
4.
now we got to figure out how we could do.
So
We'll
it's
see.
obvious
We'll see.
Taka
We'll
came
see.
after.
Just the hammers were numbered, but were they really used in that order? Okay, now I have the numbering.
So, regarding Taka's death,
I wonder if
All right, here we go.
was after.
we already know what order they were killed
Let's
in.
try this. Got it. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. We got it.
There's
Yes.
no reason to assume that the hammers were used
Thank
in
you
the
for
same
helping out with
order as their
that.
numbers.
Let's see. Yeah, it's really silly. It's not on the mechanic screen. Exactly. And since we only use that mechanic, I think, what, maybe once or twice in the second trial, I can be honest, I forgot the button layout, how you're supposed to do that. Hold on. There's no reason to assume that's the hammers were used the same order as their numbers. Exactly. That's a good ruse, but it's still not like true. Like they could have done that on purpose, just to make you think that Hifumi was the one that died first, but realistically, I think it was Taka.
If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
Exactly.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order,
Exactly.
but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi?
Yes.
Okay then, let's see the proof.
Oh, fuck. Evidence that proves Taka was killed before Hifumi. Alright, so there was something that relates to what time he must have died. It was his wristwatch. Perfect. Thank you for the help. Holy shit, man. Oh god, what is this? Okay, let's see. Do I need to find an eye? Okay, I get the eye. Where is... Can I get an A? No. Hold up. S. No. Okay. No! Don't do that. It should be that. Oh, do I have to hit it multiple times? Don't I? Okay. No! Oh, I'm an idiot. You gotta do it in a row. Okay, it's good. It's good. You gotta do it in a row. You can't just do it in any order that you want. Oh, fuck. Wristwatch. Got it.
Now I understand.
Now we're good. Complete.
I got it. Taka's wristwatch.
Taka did not deserve to die, to be honest. Dude, that's like the biggest thing. Taka literally lost the plot after Mundo's death, and I feel bad for him. I can be 100% honest. He just lost his fucking mind. I hate it for him, I'm gonna be honest.
See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
Now, to be frank, that still doesn't clarify that he died. It just means that his watch broke, so someone could have actually fucked his wrist up and he was hiding. But it's still a really relatively decent indication.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night...
Hey, you, how long you gonna keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice pierced the air as he stared pointedly at his wristwatch. It's almost 10 o'clock, you know that? Bedtime for all the little boys and girls.
So if it wasn't broken after 6 last night, then he must have been attacked around 6 this morning.
Exactly.
And that would be his official time of death.
That's flocked.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
Indeed.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
Jesus, man.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That's wild. Not gonna lie.
That simple fact slipped past all of us.
Because Celeste is really good at manipulating the
We
situation.
made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I'm sorry. That's actually kind of... It's cool, but it's kind of crazy to think. Because, like, what if they didn't put the stupid numbers on the hammers? You know what I mean? Just because of that one indication, everybody made the big assumption of this is the way that people dies. Let's see. Yo, Crazy Cookie, I was scrolling on my feed and I found this. That's awesome, by the way. I'm guessing like YouTube short feed or just your regular feed in general. Just kind of curious.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
Damn, man, that's cool.
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window.
Indeed.
Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
Well, it's technically not even, what, when 6 hits, it's not even technically officially done with nighttime. That Monokuma claims. He waits until 7 a.m. in the morning, which most people have decided not to really roam around, even though there still is people that will roam around before then. So yeah.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder. But all of our alibis still hold true for Hifumi's death.
Right.
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
Somewhat. Huh? What was that? It came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back. The shorts feed? That's crazy that you actually found it through the shorts feed. The iconic "no, that's wrong" is so inspiring that I cosplayed Makoto while yelling "no, that's wrong." Oh, that's actually kind of cool at Rotten Zambi.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko.
Goddamn Kyoko.
Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
He wasn't dead. Don't mess with Kyoko, even though she might be the spy, and hopefully not. I really like Kyoko. I really like Kyoko. She cool, man. She's a fucking detective lady. Well, fuck with the detective lady.
We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on!
Fucking
If that's true,
Yashihiro?
where's the tape?
Hey.
I don't know.
I don't know. Let's just throw something out there and see if it sticks on the wall.
Don't just go making stuff up.
Anyway,
I
we all
like
have rock
Yashihiro.
solid alibis for when we heard Hifumi scream.
That is true.
Since all of us were there together, clearly none of us could have killed him.
And it does not stop there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared.
Right,
His
Celeste?
body vanished from the nurse's office. Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct?
So still, everybody's still gonna believe it could be Kyoko or Hiro.
And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room.
Just remember though, Hiro was stuck in that suit. And Kyoko was the one that found him, right? So we could use that to make sure Yashihiro is covered. Kyoko's gonna be the one that everybody's gonna start suspecting at this point in time. Not unless they actually come to the conclusion that Hifumi wasn't dead.
At that time, we were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of Hifumi going missing.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
That is true.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
That's true.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
It's not her style.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
So what now, Kyoko?
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles.
Alright, then what do you suggest?
So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how.
Oh.
In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
Agreed. No offense, big dude. Someone carried someone carried his fat ass up those 3 fucking stairs. All the way to fuck up there to the art room. I don't know about that one, man. Within, what, a minute to 2 minutes time? You gotta think about that. I'm sorry. That's crazy. The only person I could see maybe potentially even doing that would be Sakura. And no, I'm not saying it was Sakura. What I'm saying is everybody else, I could not see them trying to move that big boy. No way. Just no way.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
we could not have been gone for more than a minute or 2. So then the killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time? It would seem so.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it.
Yeah, just enough time for him to actually get up.
But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the 3rd in that short amount of time?
Not possible.
Oh man, yeah! There's no way! It'd be impossible!
Yeah, like Yashihiro, bro.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Hifumi wasn't dead.
What? How? If the dead body were to move itself.
Oh yeah, there we go. Huh?
The dead body moved on its own?
No!
Such a hero.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is
Hifumi wasn't dead.
we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
This is good, this is good.
Alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out?
The music
on
is
his
nice.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
We assumed he was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
He was playing possum, alright?
That it isn't possible.
Are you sure about that, Celeste? Huh? Huh? The idea that Hifumi was still alive, is it really possible? Alright, let's see what we got next. Make your argument. Broken wristwatch. That's all I got? So I gotta do something with the statements.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
Uh-huh.
And you know that how?
Exactly.
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us.
Uh-huh.
Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Someone else's discovery. I'm sure the body discovery announcement was only made once, but Hifumi and Taka's body were discovered at almost the exact same time. Alright, so I got someone else's
Saying that
discovery.
when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
Alright, here we go.
chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible.
I think we gotta contradict
Hifumi
this
was
coming
dead,
up.
without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you've heard the body discovery announcement.
Someone else's
along with the
discovery.
rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Got it.
No.
Yes! Objection! Got your ass, bitch! Music is
Body
nice, man.
discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi.
I love that dude. Cookie, I'll be here for a bit. Hello, Lord Blaze. Cookie is the imposter. Also, long time no see. Yo, RZ Turbo, how you doing? It's great to be able to see you. Hope you're doing relatively good. Bayaka kind of reminds me of that one character that gives no shits about anyone and basically just an asshole, but people sip over him anyway. I would say yes and no, because he does think logically. He's looking out for himself, but at the same time, when he sees an, he's like an opportunistic. Like, he really likes to see what happens. I think that's the thing. I mean, he's in a death game right now. He's like, well, shit, we might as well have a little bit of fun, but we're also going to make sure that we don't rely on anybody, just in case, because at the end, he's being logical. I think that's the biggest thing. Opportunistic and also very logical about the situation, and he doesn't want to get too close to the individuals that's in here, just for the simple fact of, hey, he knows at the end of the day, they're all gonna have to die if he wants to make it out. So in one way, he's just disassociating himself from everybody, so then he doesn't get a personal attachment. It's kind of a good way to do it, but at the same time, it will kind of make you feel a little bit of an outcast. I think the biggest thing is because of how logical he can be and smart he is, most people will just kind of leave him alone instead of being like the weird outcast that somebody would try to fuck with. I think people are intimidated by how smart he can be and how logical he really can be, so it makes him into a perfect spot where he can do, like, he can act the way he wants to act. I think now, that's at least my honest feelings. Yo, YouTube Shorts trying to make me leave, then they said slide down to the next stream. What the hell? Hey, YouTube Shorts, don't do that! Don't you dare do that! I swear to God. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
It was timed perfectly.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
Exactly.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
See, what they need to do, this whole situation could have been fixed by one simple thing. If Monokuma would announce who died. But that also makes it where it's a lot more easier. See, I think Monokuma knows exactly what he's doing. He was hoping for a situation like this, and it did. It arised.
First of all, if 2 bodies had been found, there really should have been 2 announcements.
True, by the way.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
Doubtful.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail.
Of course not. Doing good. I was watching, catching up with Black Butler, while going outside for a walk because of how refreshing it is. That's awesome, by the way. On top of that, didn't they do like a new season of, Black Butler? I forgot. Bulk said I subbed and liked, bro, I like your vibe. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Bulk. It means a heck of a lot, and yeah, thank you. We're very, very close to hitting, 2,900 subs, so thank you, man. Alright, let's keep on going. Oh, I said you can like your characters, but don't overdo it. 100%, by the way.
But what I can say
I'll read
about
more comments
the
in a minute.
body discovery announcement is that
Is that what?
it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
It's only broadcast when 3 or 4 more people find a body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking
Interesting.
if you're a lazy bum.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Alright, let's see how Byaka's gonna take this. Oh, wait, Yashihiro.
He said it's only broadcast when a body
For the first time.
For the first time. Which means even if we find the
Sorry,
same
didn't
body
mean to do
again
that.
later, he won't make the announcement again.
That's actually interesting. Shit. So that's probably the reason why it didn't redo it for Hifumi later on. Like, when we found Hifumi had his final words, you would have thought that it would have played out because technically he died. But no, since we technically saw him in a dead state, Monokuma, that's a rule. That's a weird rule because it can be very gray area. Monokuma said, "Let's have some fun." That's what it seems like.
That's true. Then why was the announcement made again later on?
Wait, what? Hold up. I forgot that was made a did I forget about that?
Huh? Later on?
Hold up. I seriously forgot that they actually did it a second time. I'm gonna be honest.
We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Shit, that's true. Okay. I forgot about that. I'm gonna be 100%. I thought it only rung once, but I guess as soon as Hifumi's final words, I need to go back and look at that. But yeah, apparently, the second body discovery announcement. The first time it was played when we found each body in the nurse's found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second time was when both bodies were rediscovered after Hifumi came back to life. When Toko was found unconscious, I think it was just after Hifumi came back to life. Wasn't it that? Are you sure about that? Think hard and try to remember. Now that you mention it, the second announcement came after Hifumi woke up for the last time, I think. Looks like I embarrassed myself. Fuck. I really thought it was that. I'm messing up now. This is a part that I'm a little bit hazed out on. Like, I don't quite remember. The first time it played was when we found each body in a nurse's office in the equipment room. The second time was when both bodies were rediscovered. When Toku was found unconscious. No. Both bodies were rediscovered? That's gotta be it. I think that's it.
The second time in the repository, when we rediscovered the two bodies.
Okay. Whew. Sorry. This is like a little bit of a hazy part. Because we were so surprised with Hifumi's final words and shit, so I probably glazed over this just a little bit. Ding dong to ding dong. A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the class trial will begin. That was... I do remember hearing that.
But it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies,
it shouldn't have played at all.
Shouldn't have played.
So meaning Hifumi really wasn't dead to start off with, and now we found out that he's dead and saw it.
Then in reality,
that right? Yeah.
The two dead bodies were rediscovered.
One of them was actually
being discovered for the first time.
Which is Hifumi.
So when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
That's crazy, man.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
It's either gonna be about the blood in the refrigerator, or it's gonna be the wiping of his glasses and finding the little cloth that was in the trash can. Oh, what you got, Jill?
He was super good at playing dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
Jill? That is the worst logic I have ever heard.
Jesus, Celeste.
But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
I think Hifumi screwed up when he left something in there.
Okay then, let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body. Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
Hell yeah.
This whole thing is pointless.
You're not liking where it's going, do you, Celeste? There has to be proof that shows Hifumi was still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Alright. Let's see. Make your argument. Hifumi's glasses. Alright. He wiped it off with some kind of, little thing.
Well, here's one thing we do know.
Alright, here we go.
The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office. And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
Want to get that?
Next time we saw his body,
this is probably getting close.
In the repository.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned,
that would be the spot. Boom. No! Fuck! Your meaningless words tire me. Please stop wasting my time. There.
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction somewhere. I fucked up. That was my bad.
Well, here's one thing. The first time we found Hifumi's
I really thought it was gonna be that.
and the next time
We just got it in the wrong spot.
when you compare his body other than the change in how it was,
Let's calm
there was
down.
no notable difference.
That's it! No! No, no, no! No, no, no! No! Oh, fuck!
Was he really still alive?
No!
Of course,
Oh, no!
it is impossible.
Please help me! I fucked up my bullet! Does it go back? Oh,
Well,
no!
here's one thing we
How do I
do
switch it?
know.
No!
The first time we found Hifumi's
Oh,
body was in the
no! No, 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 no. Fucked it up. Don't tell me I fucked it up. No, 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 no. No. I got too excited. No. God damn it. Alright, select the bullet. I don't think I can select the bullet now. I got so fucking happy because I saw the spot. No.
His body disappeared.
No.
And the next
What
time you
happens?
saw his
How did...
body,
I'm gonna swap it,
it was
please.
in the repository.
No.
But when you compare his body
No!
before being moved and his body after being moved,
How do I fix it?
other than the change in how it was positioned,
Maybe doing that will allow it to reset. Let's see if it resets. Please reset. Oh, dude, I fucked up. That was so bad. Okay, I got it. Okay, do not hold until you know that's a spot you need it. You're fine. Oh my god, I screwed that up.
And the next time it was in the
I was trying to hold to slow it down, but I goofed it up. I told you I would screw up the buttons.
and his body after being moved,
Okay, calm down.
other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable
Oh, it's right there. Got it. Oh, got him. I got like half a heart right now. Hell.
There was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
I got too hyped. I really got way too fucking hyped. I was like, haha! No, don't do that. There's only 5 episodes in the new season, so at some point I'll start the sequel to Danganronpa anime. Oh, for real? Imagine you went in a random school and here, ding dong to bing bong, a body has been discovered. In a certain amount of time, the class trial will begin. What would you do? Bro? I'd be trying to leave. I would say, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'd be like, I'm not doing this. Because, no, fuck that. I'm surprised that Black Butler was brought back because I thought it was going to end with the Book of Cirrus. Sequel, really? Well, I'm kind of glad. I think a lot of people really wanted Black Butler to come back, didn't they? I know my brother was a big fan of Black Butler back then.
His glasses. That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
You wake that shit off, boy.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
Yes.
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood.
But when we found him again, no blood on the glasses, so it's been wiped clean.
But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Jesus, man, he cleaned that stuff off good. I wonder how hard blood would be to get off glasses.
I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash
Nice,
can.
Makoto, mention it. Let's go. The evidence I found in the trash can. Honestly, when I saw this, I thought it was a used condom wrapper. You want me to be honest? I really did, but here it is. All right, so the cloth was found, trash can, that's it. Got it. I got it, yo, let's go.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear.
Indeed. I really thought it was a nasty condom wrapper.
The cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera.
So we
right?
can all assume that it is, of course, Hifumi's.
And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I'm glad you remember Ashihina because I can be honest, I would have never remembered Princess Peggles.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
Agreed.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage
He's like,
that.
don't even try.
Use tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
See, I couldn't do tissues. That just gets more smudges.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
I need some type of glass cleaner and
What
goddamn
you're
something.
saying is, what exactly?
Yashihiro, come on, bro. Don't be Ichiban in it.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
Yeah, but who would have found that like specific thing and would have known that it was maybe on his body? Why wouldn't someone just use maybe like paper towels or something? Like, I'm pretty sure there was probably something in that nurse's room that they could have technically used. Why was it specifically that, especially since you only had a minute. So tell me, come on, Celeste. What, did someone just magic? Oh god, okay, we got the glasses cleaned. Let's drag the body now. No, and why would they even care about wiping off the glasses? Other than the fact to try to make it seem like a ruse, but really, they're literally trying to get the big-ass body out of there within a minute.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
Kyoko is my favorite character, and then also Yashihiro, because he reminds me of Ichiban, and I don't know, but it's either the same voice actor as Ichiban or someone that sounds very similar to the guy, which is Kaiji Tang, or is it Taiji Tang? Taiji Kang? No, I think it's Kaiji Tang, or I forgot exactly, but yeah. Ichiban from Like a Dragon.
That's a good point.
Those are my two favorites so far.
And it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet.
Yep.
And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead,
Then he actually dies within the...
what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
Nope, it was in the refrigerator.
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
That's crazy, man.
Figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out. So he just dumped it everywhere.
Jesus Christ.
But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
I mean, you're not wrong, specifically for that.
If Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Alright, so the one who moved Taka's body was... Taka himself. Taka's body was moved by Taka himself. No, Hifumi.
I got it! It could only have been Hifumi.
Taka did it.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
Yep.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
Yep.
The door was locked?
Indeed it was.
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository.
Yep.
When we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside.
Damn.
Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
Now, the biggest question is, who actually done it? Because I think I almost got it correct. Celeste is the mastermind behind this, but I think who ended up killing Taka is Hifumi, which is dead. And he took out Taka with him. So, meaning... That's gonna be interesting. I don't think Celeste killed Taka, if we're gonna continue to go on with that. Hifumi did it. But then, how did Hifumi die? I think we're about to find it out. I think he killed himself in this situation, but I could be wrong. We'll know soon.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
And once again, Celeste, like, okay, technically, so, well, no. I gotta remember that rule. There's a rule about that. We gotta find the person that actually did the killing. So, let's just say if he killed Taka, would that still mean that Hifumi killed, so then he would be technically the Blacken? But then, I think so, because he killed. Even if he was coerced into it, I think it would still technically be considered him, right? Even if like it was an accomplice situation. I don't know. I gotta remember the rule. There's a rule about that. We'll talk about that later. Let's see how it plays out. Then I want to kind of figure that out again. Let's see. Gotta bring Mr. Kitty to this mystery for the meow. Call it a day. Ayo, you ain't lied about that. To be honest, it makes me happy that there's still people who play Danganronpa still. Really? That's awesome. This is the first time we ever played. Like, everything that we're doing here is blind playthrough. I'm enjoying the heck out of it, and I'm glad that it seems like the community seems relatively kind of alive within it, it seems.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, He dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
Ayo!
But that means he took part in the murders.
Hell yeah.
I just can't believe it.
I'm glad that we're kind of getting the answers. I want it literally right here. Well, almost. Somewhat of it. All right, let's keep on hearing it.
Having trouble. Would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
Go ahead. Let's see what it is.
There's more?
Hell yeah, there's more Yashihiro.
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
It's the, what do you call it? The paper. The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka should be... Let's see where it is at. Alright, the note Hifumi had. Right here. Here it is.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
Indeed he did.
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Yeah, we had to go in there. It was not pretty. Well, Kyoko did it, not us.
In his
Yeah, it was a good. I didn't do it. Kyoko did it.
pants?
Genocide Jill.
Yes, his pants.
No one would have really thought about going in his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
Ayo. I found a hole maybe we could use to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go.
Well, almost. Not quite. Yours said the rec room. That's the equipment room.
Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said...
Hey, Yashihiro's actually knowing. Hey, good job, Yashihiro. Let's go.
Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
Stuff in his pants. Hey, at least he was wearing pants. I mean, that is true. He could have been streaking. He'd been a streaker.
Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
It's close to the same. You just, sir.
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro.
Which is Taka.
That person could only have been...
It's Hifumi pants. No, it's Taka.
I got it!
All right, here we go.
That's right! Taka!
Damn, man, we're putting it all together.
Use this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection!
Okay, why objection?
I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right?
Right.
So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
What? They were drawing out Huffy?
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Oh my god, that when she said TikTok and Huffy, I was so confused.
Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
It was totally fucking Hifumi's pants that killed him. Man, Genocide Jag is seriously scary, but still. I can't let her get to me. Alright, here we go. Make your argument. Broken wristwatch, Hifumi's glasses, and also the glasses cleaning cloth. So those are our 3 bullet points?
Huffy had the note, right?
Okay. Right?
And the person it was intended for
For...
must have been Huffy!
Huffy had it... What?
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
Okay.
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter!
Are you sure about
It has
that?
nothing to do with TikTok!
No! Why did I do that again? I fucked it up. The time on the note said 6 a.m. What happened at 6 a.m.? That's what I need to clear up. That wristwatch.
The note, right?
Broken wristwatch.
Then the person it was intended
Nice.
for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter!
Time actually does matter in this time situation.
With TikTok!
Gotcha, bitch.
No, that's wrong.
Chill out, lady. Love the music, man.
No, there absolutely is a connection.
Bro, the tongue looks like a fruit roll-up. I don't care. I will always mention that. she fucking nuts. She looks like a Orochimaru. Or like it looks like a fruit roll-up, man. Let's see.
What
Trust me, my lady.
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered.
Because his wish watch.
We've already proven that using his wristwatch.
It's like, hey, did you hear what we've been talking about this whole case, my lady?
But there's more. Look where the note says to meet.
In the equipment room, right?
The equipment room, right?
Yep.
Which is where Taka was killed.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
Ayo. Orochimaru, tongue. Sasuke, let me have your body. Bro. Fucking Orochimaru pedo confirmed. He wanted what? At the time? Well, even in, fucking... Wait a minute, I just thought about it. I mean, I'm messing, okay? I'm messing. But he was a pedophile because, like, think about it. He wanted a 12-year-old's... Oh no, that's bad cookie. In context of Naruto, he wanted Sasuke's body because his body was degrading. So Sasuke was 12, and later in the series, I believe it was 3 years afterwards, so he's like 15, 16 years old. That's fucking creepy, dude. I never really thought... Like, I always knew it was creepy, but that makes it even more creepier after you think about it for like 2 seconds.
I think
Sorry. I know, unrelated, but couldn't help it.
Meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that... No further objections!
Then what was the point, lady? Ah, yes, Hifumi's pants killed him totally. Dramatic and realistic. Do you know that Mitsuki from Boruto was Orochimaru's son? I did know that. I did.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me.
Indeed, Yashihiro.
The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
Man, I don't care. He really does sound like Kaiju Tang, dude.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Well,
Down his pants, no less!
he was trying to hide it. Hide the evidence. So then it doesn't... So then people won't suspect that he was maybe the one that took out Taka.
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He
So-
stole it?
So there wouldn't be any evidence behind.
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Alright, proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka. Be careful. Alright, so we need to be looking at Taka's scrap of paper. I think this is what I need to prove right here.
John!
Please be
When I
right.
searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper.
Yes!
If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we
Nice!
found
It's
hidden on
working.
Hifumi.
That's really good. Also, I think we got 12 people watching right this minute. Thank you guys so very much. It means a heck of a lot, and I hope everybody's enjoying. This has been a really, really fun time just playing. We got 4 or 5 people watching on the short side, and then we got like 12 people watching on the regular side. Thank you. Like the stream, it would be super appreciated. If you're new, definitely think about subscribing for more Danganronpa and other playthroughs on the channel.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup. They're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note.
Yep.
There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note.
Yep.
Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip,
But in doing so, it ripped the paper.
leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
Hell yeah.
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Ayo.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact,
I don't want Yashihiro to go, man. Yashihiro's awesome.
the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Not quite, bud.
Sorry, no.
Not quite, bud. Fucking dude.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead.
Because of the notification that popped off, confirming that he died. He really is
The
Ichiban.
second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
Now see, this is the part that I'm kind of curious about. Did Hifumi go over there and start smashing his brains in by himself and clearing off the hammer? Or was it Celeste, and that's the biggest thing? So maybe this is what happened. Potentially, Celeste did one or two different things. Celeste went over there, got Hifumi to go take out Taka. Then, while doing so, the whole staging of Hifumi's death, this, that, and the third, and he went back into the place and dragged Taka's body. Celeste was waiting for him and ended up killing Hifumi, washing off the other hammer, so then it looks like there was nothing else that was happening, and I guess maybe she didn't kill him all the way just yet. And to pull off the entire, like, situation, Celeste told him, like, hey, it was Hero that actually killed you. Once again, he's like an accomplice to Celeste, from what we can see. I'm curious to know if Hifumi went over there and started striking his own self, which, that's what I thought originally, but we need to know where Celeste was in this situation. Was she just looking for the body as well, like everybody else was? Where they've been switched and moved? And she went to the art room super quick and locked the door before anybody else could see her? Or was it just Hifumi that was in there and locked the door already and was just trying to prepare herself by killing herself? I would definitely say that's a little bit unlikely, because you're sitting there having to smash your head over and over with a hammer. Like, I don't know. Could that actually be something? Maybe that's the reason why he was kind of knocked out. Like, you know, he wasn't fully dead. He couldn't do it fully. But then you got to think. You're sitting there beating the shit out of yourself with a hammer. He has enough time to go over there and wash off the freaking, you know, hammer itself, where it doesn't look like anybody's messed with it, with the addition of going over there and unlocking the door and putting himself back on there. I don't think so. So, no. I don't think... I thought of it, you know, originally, but I think it makes more sense with Celeste. It does.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
Yep.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body.
Where was Celeste in this situation, other than searching? Like, I wonder where she was searching
In
at.
other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Alright, those were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus.
Oh, she's just trying to prove a point.
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
What is it, Yashihiro?
And what might that be?
I'm curious. Kind of glad that Orochimaru redeemed himself in the Boruto series. I don't know too much about the Boruto series. I did know about the Masuki, but I didn't know anything else other than, like, I think I've only watched about 20 episodes, and I did watch the episodes where they go back in time, like Boruto goes back in time with Sasuke to see the younger version of Naruto. I did enjoy those episodes. That's all I've actually watched whenever it came to Boruto, specifically.
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Weapon?
Hey!
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file,
Yashihiro's actually getting onto something?
the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
You actually noticed that?
But Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right?
Right.
So if Hifumi was killed in the repository,
Hey!
the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
Indeed, walking around with that. So, they didn't walk around with the actual weapon, the murder weapon. They just went over there and cleaned it off in the repository.
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours. after all.
Bianca, don't be an asshole, come on. Give him a point. I love that dude. Come on, he embodies Ichiban.
Hell
A
yeah,
goofball.
it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed using similar instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
There we go, sorry.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
None.
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Nope. She's like, what?
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
Ayo.
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow, I have to find the truth. Alright, let's see how this is gonna go. Make your argument. Spotless hammer. Alright, so this is our clue right here, the spotless hammer. Let's see what we're gonna actually throw it out at.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Spotless
Was it
hammer.
Justice Hammer 3?
Let's just see where it goes.
Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out.
God, the music,
How was
man.
the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Do you think it could be right here?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance!
Then we got a hammer 5.
Murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
The hammer time, okay, I like that.
One thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And, that's about it.
There's a lot of spots that it feels like you could do that. Hifumi was killed in repository, right? So if the weapon used to kill both of them were actually similar.
What was used to kill Hifumi?
A spotless hammer.
Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice
It's actually like a really hard one. Because they all are very vague for the spotless hammer. Okay.
How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon?
Can you just put it in there?
Witness them carrying it.
It's not gonna be witness.
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more info!
I'm gonna try the
Well, one thing
first,
seems pretty clear.
maybe?
The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
I'm gonna try this spot. Did it work?
No, that's wrong.
Okay, I think we're good. That's a weird one. That was kind of a vague one.
The murder weapon
Damn, the music's
wasn't a
nice.
Justice Hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
Ugami kind of looks like a Dragon Ball Z character. I could kind of see that.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Just give her the different outfit and there you go.
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Literally just spotless. They didn't. Ashihina didn't even notice.
The reason
Dang.
it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder.
Ayo.
The hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood. Of course, they'd have to clean it off.
That's one thing though. If it's a gigantic hammer, it's made out of wood. Wouldn't you think it would be really hard to clean out the blood? I guess that's why it was super scrubbed clean. But I could only imagine trying to scrub blood out of like a fucking like wood. You know what I mean? I don't know. It seems like it would be actually kind of difficult to do. Not saying it contradicts anything, I'm just saying,
I'd also like
damn.
to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones.
Ayo.
I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
Agreed.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma Files note about the wounds being similar.
Ayo.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
It was hammer time for that bitch.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him.
Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with
You're still making. Oh, I can't wait to put that connection
The
towards
way
her.
the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Unless there's manipulation or something of that nature.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
You have him underneath your thumb. He was making you fucking tea, and you were treating him like ass, and he was liking it. You had them underneath your thumb. We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but... Spotless hammer? Okay, another spotless hammer. Is this not the one? What's going on with this? Hold up.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive.
Okay.
Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But
Okay.
that only really applies if there's one murder, right?
Right.
In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
Okay, so we got 2 murders. Can we really say there's no chance 2 people work together? I think I need to take the 2 murders and then put it in the impossible one. Wooden tools without a coat or varnish, that would be extremely hard to clean off. Was it clarified that it was coated or treated? That's making me curious now. See, that's what I was sitting there thinking. I'm like, dude, so like untreated wood would be super hard to get. Okay, Jesus. I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man. Now, I wish that they would actually clarify if it was untreated or not now.
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us,
Even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds
true,
Okay.
it is simply impossible.
This is where I need to get it.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
All right, 2 murders. We got it. All right,
Based on the rules that have been laid
I got
out
the
for
2
us,
murders. I'm hoping that this
even
is
if
right.
more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is
Okay, I think I got it.
No, that's wrong.
Got it. That was good. That was good. We got it. We got it. Good night, all. Hey, cats and dogs. No worries. Good
Since
night.
there were 2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Hope you're doing good, by the way.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
That is actually true. But
Risk versus reward.
Benefit? The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme.
this is actually
There's
interesting.
no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you.
That is very true.
However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
Interesting.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
Would that even be possible? I mean, there was no rules against
I
that.
think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime.
Oh, damn, dude. That's actually kind of cool. Not gonna lie. I fucking manipulated the shit out of Hifumi with that, though.
And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka.
Objection! Has your goal ended? Oh man, we need to reset the goal. I'm glad that you said something. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so, whenever it comes to the goal, let me actually reset it. So basically, I do got a goal. If we actually hit $10 for the super chat, I will actually be doing Doom 2016 and also Doom Eternal next week before the new one drops, and we'll do like a marathon stream. So we'll be playing it back to back, probably very long streams doing it. Thank you for mentioning something. Objection! Phoenix Reg style. Thank you for mentioning that. Also, thank you for the little heart. I see that. I literally didn't realize that it kind of ended off. I mean, we were just, it was so kind of, you know, immersed into the game, I guess you could say. I've really been enjoying this game. Oh, did I do that right? I hope I did that right. If I didn't, it's okay. We'll do it like this. I'm pretty sure I did everything right. Alright, I reset the goal. Let me make sure 100%. Yes. Yes. So if we could hit like the $10 super chat goal, I will absolutely do that. Alright, there we go.
They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
Damn.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders.
Nope, it was 2.
Instead, each person killed someone. creating two separate incidents.
That's kind of
And
crazy.
it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look.
That's kind of cool.
A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies.
That's actually interesting. And then they just needed one scapegoat that is kind of stupid. And they had Hero.
By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
It was actually pretty neat.
Mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan.
Yep.
And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice.
That's kind of crazy.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
Well,
So, I can't help but admire its cunning.
yeah, I would
Still,
agree.
their choice
It's
of
fucked up, but it's
accomplice
interesting.
seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murderers were the same, though that was the main characteristic this time. Nintendo needs to add Danganronpa characters to Mario Kart. Oh my god, that'd be crazy. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. I like Kyoko. Kyoko really is amazing, although, whenever it comes to Kyoko, all I'm gonna say is, I do think she's actually the spy. I do. I don't want it to be true, but I do. I don't think Celeste. I think this was like a motive for just Celeste in general, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. When you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at
I
this.
understand how an accomplice could be involved, but then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
Also, let me make it so I can see the stream again. Sorry about that.
That's problem numero uno right now.
Yep. The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out the number of actions and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case has unfolded, when you consider all of that, there's really only one person who seems fit to fit. I'm gonna be 100%. It's Celeste.
Here's my answer.
I feel like it's Celeste.
It was Celeste.
Here we go.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I?
It's the way that everything's been unfolding.
I really do hate this kind of joke.
It's not a joke, my lady.
A joke? I wonder.
Ayo.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
You seem very submissive underneath you, and it seems like you could really easily manipulate him.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him.
He would go over there and make you some tea. You had an obedient little dog, and you know you did.
That I would go within 10 feet of that shit from brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot! Pardon.
She lost her cool.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Hell yeah, there
Is
is.
that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it that only Hifumi and Celeste had in common? The paper hidden in Hifumi's pants, encountering the suspicious individual. That. This is Among Us if it was 100 times better. Ayo, the story's good. Alright, we got it. Here we are.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual in the suit.
Poor hero, I feel so bad for him.
The only ones who ever actually
Robo
saw
Justice
Robo
was those
Justice
two.
firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Hell yeah.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Oh, don't be an ass.
Sorry.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they
It was a
told us
ruse.
was a lie?
Indeed.
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct?
Correct.
And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
I saw a shadow, something moving around at the top of the stairs. It is very weird that it was only her that saw this shit.
we headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
Exactly.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
She's good, I'll tell you that.
we'd all come to see what was wrong. What was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you. I saw him, the strange costume man. He went off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab,
It was so perfect,
it
man.
was time for her partner to get to work.
Yep. Time to scream and shout and let it all out. Huh? Oh, it's that? That came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. This is bad. Come on, we have to go back.
It was to get us to divide into two groups.
Yep.
So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
That's really... The timing had to be super fucking perfect, man.
In fact, Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Damn, dude. Then why don't we split up into two groups? I'll lead the hunting party. That seems much more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will lead the capture of the suspicious individual to Toku, Bayaka, and Sakura.
Well, if Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected.
Hell yeah, it does. She ain't got nothing to say.
On top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on.
Ha ha ha.
That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it?
Oh.
It was your way of telling him, we're on the third floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
Holy shit, man. She ain't got nothing to say.
I just realized another strange thing.
What is it, Makoto?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead.
Celeste was... Oh, hold up. I certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered. She was the one to kind of clarify that he was murdered.
You were the first one to say he'd been murdered.
Damn, dude. And we just kind of agreed with her, like, yeah, he's dead.
You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
Damn. Not one word.
I don't believe it. Everything.
Hina,
Oh, sorry, didn't
you were
mean
with
to do that.
Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom.
Once again, she had such a perfect chance like that. She was like, yes, golden opportunity, let's go to the bathroom. Perfect.
Wait. Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you.
Nope.
She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed.
That's crazy.
Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
Ayo, is she gonna finally say
I
something?
have no idea what you mean.
Oh, really? Once again, she's got a really good poker face
Don't
with this.
bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
Let's see.
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What was it?
What are you talking about?
I don't know this one.
I'm
Hold up.
talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
Okay. They must really be enjoying this. They must be really enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died.
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange about it.
Then pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover
Yeah.
Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed, so Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office.
Shit.
Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said
That is
anything
actually
about
true.
Taka being dead.
So she should have only been, at that point in time, thinking one person was dead.
think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely
wow.
out of place.
That is actually really true.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said?
Oh boy.
If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
Let's see. Will she actually say it? Yaka said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense, but what is he alluding to? Alright, let's see what we can do here. Monokuma file number 3. Alright, this is where we're gonna have to swap it. Let's see what it's got.
All I said was, they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
Oh.
We are going to die, just like those guys died.
Those guys right there?
And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it?
Okay, I
What
got
was
those
so
guys.
strange about Celeste's comment?
I'm hoping that— No! Fuck! I thought we could use that. Don't expect me to do the work for you. Figure out for yourself why our comment doesn't make sense. I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction somewhere in there.
All I said was,
Oh man, it reset my thing.
enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here.
Oh.
We are going to die, just like those guys died.
That's what we— I think that's what we need to
And that is all I
contradict.
said.
And that's all
Let's
it
see what
takes to finish this.
Makoto says once this is over.
Obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I need to put those so strange and then that when she said that she should only have known about Hifumi's death. With that in mind, what's so strange of what about what she said? I need to get the bullet point from Byakuya and basically come back to what she said.
Enjoying
That's
the
what it
sight
seems
of us
like.
must be- we are going to die. And that is all I—
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
I think so strange goes right over there with us.
All
Alright.
I said was,
They must really enjoying.
the sight of us standing around, frightened. They must be positively elated.
I'm pretty sure that's where we gotta hit.
We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like
Please be
those—
right. Oh yes, I got it. Got it. I got it. I got it. Phew. Break.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died.
Exactly.
When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Sorry about that. Uh-oh. Da-da-da-da.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall.
That's crazy.
So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
That is absolutely true.
How did you know, Celeste?
Ooh.
How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys?
Ooh.
Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
That is true. I like that he pointed that out. Nothing to say, do you? Uh-oh.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Okay.
Imagination.
Let's see what she's got to come out. How are you going to get yourself out of this
You
situation?
claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw.
Okay.
Then what about the picture I took?
Oh, she's coming back with the Robo-Justice thing.
How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It doesn't even look like he's being dragged. It looks like he's trying to pick up the Yashihiro's body real quickly for the picture.
It has to be some kind of setup, right?
Oh, it is. It's most definitely a
So let's
setup.
put the suit on, and then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Oh, poor Yashihiro.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit.
She's really hoping this right here
Plus, I
be her
happen to
definitive
know
proof.
that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words,
It had to be
it
in
is
real
an
time.
unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away.
Don't look like he's being dragged.
Everything I told you was a lie. How can this picture exist? Simple.
Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
Exactly, Kyoko, let's go.
What could you possibly mean by that?
Ooh, ooh.
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Are you sure? Other explanations. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, the only other possibility, Hifumi and the suspect had been drinking, Hifumi and the suspect are dancing, Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
I got it!
Boom, bitch. Let's go.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
There we go. Caught her off guard.
Certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi, but the person in the robot suit. We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around.
Exactly. We're just taking her word. That's all it is so far.
Only exists to lead us astray even farther. If you saw someone wearing something like that in this situation, of course you'd notice and be suspicious.
It is kind of true, by the way.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Yeah, there you go, Yashihiro. I feel so bad for him, though.
Such a thing is utterly impossible.
Okay, how?
Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Are you sure?
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Okay, then tell me your side. Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away, but is that really possible? Alright, let's see what's about to go down. Make your argument. Robo Justice costume, Yashihiro's message, Robo Justice blueprints. Ooh, alright. Let's see what we got. This is gonna be a hard one.
Up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright.
Doesn't really look like it.
The person inside the suit was unconscious. There's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No, no, no.
Wait!
Alright. If I remember right, Hina said she said that she couldn't bend at the waist. So it's gonna be just the
You dressed me
suit.
up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight.
Alright, let's see if we can figure out the spot.
You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Then the fortune-telling idiot is the culprit after all!
No way!
I want to say it's there, but it's hard to say. If I remember right, Hina said she said that she couldn't bend over at the waist.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out. Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight.
I'm trying to figure out which one it's gonna be. It's a little hard to say.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the
I'm gonna try
suspect is
here.
standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up.
I'm gonna
straight
try
like
here. I did get it. Holy shit, I got it. Yes, okay. I was really like, I don't know, man.
No.
Ooh.
Even if the
That was a
person
hard one.
inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that.
Because yet again, it's so fucking stiff.
Because that Robo Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
You really couldn't bend in it. You totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight. It wasn't an oversight at all. It was purposely designed to do that so they could make the picture.
They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
No, I think it was a design decision for
I'm
that.
not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
So if someone gets fucking roofied, boy, they could stay in the suit and still look like they're standing up tall. Oh shit, she's pissed.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then,
She's not
I
happy.
suppose this is checkmate.
Almost. Still not quite, I don't think. Uh-oh. I think she's about to lose it.
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
She's lost it.
Celeste?
She's lost it.
Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Alright, what's your last one little problem?
Already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
But if he was your accomplice, of course he would say that. Hey, Fumi, who was it who attacked you? Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember their name. Yasuhiro.
When we asked him who had attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Wait, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's
Taro.
Taro.
Bro.
Confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
Ayo.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Jesus Christ, girl, hold up.
Yoko, what do you mean by that?
Yo, she is crashing out, scares me to be honest. She fucking nuts, she's gonna be burning people, bro.
Back to how Hifumi used to talk to us.
Hey,
How did he refer to each of us?
he said people's last names. He said for serious a lot. He gave everyone nicknames. Please be right. No, actually, no, they weren't that close. Look, I embarrassed myself. Fuck! I don't want to remember because I
Think
didn't
back
like
to
Hifumi that
how did
much.
he refer to each of us?
Last names? Last
That's
names.
right. Our last names. He called us all by our last names.
I honestly forgot about that.
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once. For
You're
example.
actually right about that. I do remember that
So
part.
if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
That is true.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name.
Are you sure about that?
Isn't?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation?
I know, right?
No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal. But he must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
He was probably gonna say that he's being framed or something.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Huh.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it
Okay.
could apply to.
Because I do kind of want to know this part.
Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
That is actually true.
What did you just say?
I remember at the start of the game, like there was like a conversation with her, and it was something about. It was either something about like online, like we were hearing about it, like the little board, the little mission board about Celeste, like we didn't know much information about her. That is actually kind of true.
To think you take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit.
Jesus.
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather. Yasuhiro is a loser's name. Do I look like a loser to you? Well, do I?
She's going nuts, dude.
I think I've earned the right.
She's trying to calm herself.
Okay, fill us in. What's your real name?
There we go.
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up. My real name is Celestia Ludenberg.
Ludenberg.
Would you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then, I have to do something to make her accept it. Alright, let's try our best. Ebook. The handbook, that's true! Oh my god, that's what it play. Wait, but she said that it wouldn't play a role in this! This is gonna play a role!
He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste.
Yasuhiro's
You
message.
haven't told anyone what your real name is.
How many times do I have to tell you? My name is...
I think this.
Lodenberg, God damn it!
Jesus
How long do you plan
Christ.
to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth.
Are you sure?
And since you have no way to contradict me,
That. I got it. E-handbook, bitch. Yes! Let's go! Show your e-handbook. But Kyoko said that we didn't need the e-handbook, but then apparently we are going to need the e-handbook. Why did Kyoko tell us that we didn't need it in this case, but now we're needing it in this case? Maybe she was low-key hinting toward it so then we would keep it in our mind. Potentially?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right?
Hell yeah.
Monokuma told us all about it before.
This handbook is absolutely vital to a healthy school life, so don't lose it. When you start it up, it will display your name. Always make sure you have the right one. No, this is not your everyday notebook. It has so many more uses than that.
So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything.
I like how the handbooks come in and play yet again.
That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Oh, of course you would. Of course you would, my lady. I would be showing that shit real quickly if my life was in danger in this situation.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Uh-oh.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up.
Damn.
Because...
She ain't got nothing to say right now.
Until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your crimes.
Alright, I think this is gonna have to, we're gonna have to try to piece it together.
Everything to an end.
Please don't be so vague like the second case. It was so hard to try to get the pictures lined up. Alright, so this is the... Okay. At least it's giving us more time. Alrighty. So Act 1. It's funny that we have that. Justice Hammer number 3. Alright, you're coercing with them. Then we got that. Kind of like groveling? I'm gonna say maybe that. Alright, Act 2. Oh, this is gonna be a little difficult to get this. Okay, he's got his book bag there. Oh man. Look, they clothed Yasuhiro. Okay, here we are. Yasuhiro walks in. Not unless it's actually this right here. He's like, heh. Alright, sorry. Okay. Act number 2. Got like the book bag there. Or we'll kind of go over here real quickly. Got him literally fucking knocked him the fuck out, put him into the suit. Now he's the thing. Alright, here we are. Got the picture here. Taking a picture of it. Click. Making it look like he's really choking him. Okay, what about this part next? Waiting on the timer. With his clock. He's looking at his clock right here. He comes in. Ofumi's coming in with the hammer. He's about to smack the shit out of him in the head. Clocks the motherfucker. He's like, with a oh my god, look at the fucking grin on his face. Also, that's funny that there's the ball from the first one that we ever did, and also the picture from the second one. Okay, so Justice Hammer number 3. Was it number 3 or number 4 that clocked him? I think it was number... Oh, yo! Scott Days, thank you for the $1 dono, dude. I really appreciate that. Jackpot. Boom. Thank you so very much. Hold up, let me do the hashtag for you, man. Let's see, like, hell yeah. Please give Scott Days a like, and hold up, I'll do hashtag Scott Days. Thank you so very much, man. That will absolutely help, and thank you, man. All right, let's keep on going. Please give Scott Days a like on his super chat. It would be super duper appreciative, and let's keep going. That jackpot was cool. I really appreciate it, man. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, so we got Justice Hammer 3. I forgot if it was Hammer 3 or Hammer. I think it's fine. All right, so let's see what else we got here. Bro, you customize your comics? Hell yeah! Thank you. Thanks so much. No problem. Thank you as well. Michaela said Contal. Ella and Michaela. All right, so now we're going into the library. He's all beat the hell up. Okay. There's Justice Hammer number 4. I think actually number 4 would be here because we found 1 in there, 2 when he's beat the hell up, 3 when he died. So I'm gonna just put that one right there for now. I'm gonna do number 4 here. All right. We open up the library. There's chips. I don't think that's gonna matter. Okay, there's a watch there. We'll come back to that in a minute. Okay, he's all going into the nurse's office. We're kind of just piecing it together as good as we can. We're going to come back to it and see. All right, that's going to be the biggest thing. $8 down to go. Literally, so 27 to go. Thank you, by the way. Yeah, I know, right? Whenever it comes out, after this, I'll update it so I'll actually show $8 for so far towards Mario Kart Worlds. That will absolutely go towards it. And then all we need is $72 more for freaking Mario Kart World, dude. It's gonna be quite exciting, to say the least. All right, so we need to look here. He rubs all that shit on him, and then he goes down there. What's this next? Would it be the hammer? He needs to put the hammer beside him, which I think would be Hammer of Justice number 4. No. Let me think. It would need to be number 3, wouldn't it? Because we're trying to make sure that they think. Trying to think of how that would work. Sorry. Hammers are making me a little confused here. Okay. Because we need to make it seem like that 1 and then that 2. Okay. So I think like 3. We find them laid all out. Okay. He goes in there. He covers it all up. God, these are super vague sometimes to get, not gonna lie. The way, like, they're all angled is just a little difficult. I think he's sweating because he's like, shit. He needs to get this all set up correctly. What the hell is this? They're like, I did it. Then she comes in with the hammer. Goes wham, bam, blood. I think this one right here. All right, I haven't pieced it all together. Sorry. Just a little hard to get all of this. I want to go back here. I think that one instead. Because he's looking at his watch like that. Yashihiro coming in. They're both talking. I think maybe the time would be here. Maybe. It's very difficult to say. I think so. Because that's at 1 at night. This is wrong. That is him pushing. So we need to go over here. Okay, he's clocked that guy. Still need to put that one up. Okay, he pours the blood all on him. Okay, let's see what we got here. This would be the next one I think I need to fix up. Because this is... He's wrapping them up. Okay, he's got the body all wrapped up. He's pushing it. And then he puts the body... Yep, okay. Hammer right there to finish him off for Hifumi. Alright, what about this part next? We got to the library, we're seeing that he's all beat the hell up. I think that's where another hammer comes into play. Number 2. Let's see. Hammer number 4. Number 4. I think it needs to be 3. I think. And then number 4 for him. That's a big ass hammer. Okay. I think we almost got it pieced together. I'm hoping that we got it pieced together. The clock there's probably the only concerning thing. And maybe this. They're talking about the whole situation. Okay, I think this is it. Basically, Celeste is talking to Hifumi, trying to coerce him into the situation. He finally agrees to it, sweating his nuts off, but just agreeing because he's a little bitch. They basically time it where Yashishiro comes in here. He's like, man, what do you guys want? Next thing you know, because he's kind of fooled about the whole situation, like actually finding somewhere, he gets drugged up. They take him, put him into the suit, takes the picture of him looking like he's actually, you know, being choked and whatnot by this guy. Not even just choked, but, you know, whatever you want to call it. So then she can frame the picture. He's looking at his clock, basically waiting because he also got fooled into a situation where they thought that there would be a way to escape. He comes in, sneaks in, hits him. Actually, this is great. Hammer 4. Need to check on that in a minute. He's going fucking nuts with the eyes. Look at that. She's like, ah! He goes over there, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Strikes him down, kills him. We need to go ahead and put this as number 4. I'm glad that we saw that. Alright, so this one will be wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, to number 4. He whacks the fuck out of Taka. Because basically, he's already got a motive anyways. Not only Celeste, but he wants to take him out because of the whole thing with the pictures. Not the pictures, but the AI Shihiro and Mundo. Alright, so let's see here. We show the pictures off of this thing. We go in here. He's all boo-hooing and crying. He shows us that he got hit with the Justice Hammer number 2. Then, next thing you know, we take him to the nurse's office. He puts the fake blood and then basically screams like a little bitch. Puts Justice Hammer number 4 onto here. Covered in blood. They're all like, holy shit. The announcement pops off. While that's all happening, and they're going down to, you know, or up. No, down to go check on the moved body. Basically, this is his opportunity to go and move Taka to the room, the art room. That's where Celeste is waiting for him. Goes in there, he's all happy-dappy, and then basically finishes him off. So, I think that's about correct.
Here's exactly what happened.
It may not be perfect, but I think that's pretty okay.
The killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was...
Fucking, Hifumi. Made a deal. Made a deal with the devil.
Hifumi, with an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes.
I think the only thing that will call in question is maybe those hammers. I might have to swap them. Oh, I did get that too. Tick tock, tick tock. That's when he comes in. He's like, shit.
They convinced someone to meet them in the rec room.
Which was Hero.
1 in the morning.
At least we were able to put it together, so that's good. Drugged the hell out of him. That's crazy.
Someone they met with was
Jude,
Hero.
welcome to the live stream, by the way. Danganronpa, hell yeah.
The murderous duo intended to pass Hero off as the prime suspect.
Poor Hero.
So when they met up with him,
Poor little Ichiban, dude.
they drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit.
So then they could take pictures of him. Click, click. Oh, hell yeah, this is good, this is good.
Next, Hifumi positioned
I'm
himself
loving this
to
game,
make
by the way,
it
as well.
look like Robo-Justice was attacking him.
This is our first time ever playing it. Joseph, it's great to see you. Yo, what's up, handsome bro? Crazy Cookie, how you doing? Fist bump to my bro. Thank you for the fist bump. Doing really great. We're just solving a murder, which is absolutely awesome. Had to click. Never seen someone stream such a W game. Thank you, by the way. I really appreciate it. Yeah, this is our first time ever playing it, and dude, it's super good.
While the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault.
Oh
They
boy.
did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hiro. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into
Poor-
the room locker.
Poor Yashahiro, you're in for a wild ride. I'm excited. Honestly, I'm very excited. All right, we did get the clock right whenever it came to there. Now he's gonna whack him.
And then finally, at 6 a.m., they moved into the murder phase of their plan.
The murder.
They called Taka to the equipment room.
So we got drugging people and murdering this motherfucker. Let's go. Just a hammer number 4. Wham bam, thank you ma'am. Oh damn, I think I got the hammer wrong there.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Shit. Wrong. No, I didn't lay out my reasoning right. I need to rearrange it. So that needs to be hammer number 4 instead of 3. Shit. Well, good thing we saw that. Yeah, because number 4 right there, I goofed it up. So 3. And number 4. Alright.
Here's exactly what happened.
Hopefully that's right. That hammer should be the right one.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder.
Alright, that hammer's right. I told you, it's gonna be the hammers.
Justice Hammer 4, which was left there in the equipment room.
I'm gonna get the
reason
hammers a little
hammer number
confused.
4 was used was to
Yep.
create confusion about the order of the crimes.
They wanted to make it oh, alright, hold up. Please be right about the Justice Hammer number 2.
So, next they falsified 2 more assault incidents. For these attacks, the killers pretended to be the victims, to solidify Robo-Justice as the suspect.
Really hope I got the hammer
The
right.
first fake incident was the attack in the rec room.
Yeah.
There, the killers wanted us to
One.
see Justice Hammer 1
No.
and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken.
Fuck.
They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library.
With just a hammer number 2.
This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2.
Please be
and
that
it
one.
injured Hifumi to sell us that story.
Please be that one.
These 2 incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds.
The 1, 2, 3, 4 effect.
That the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean for that to happen. Oh god, thank god I did that one right. Okay, we're fine. And then number 3 there.
while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for.
Here we go. Got the fake blood rubbing all on him. He's spreading it like a wildfire.
Blood packet from the refrigerator and Justice Hammer 3
Thank god.
and turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered.
We're good. We're good. Yes.
He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time.
Jesus.
So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi.
Alright, that's when he's like looking around, making sure no one's there.
And Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation.
Fucking
He
Hifumi.
simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room.
At least we put everything together a lot easier this time than the previous time. A little bit more effective.
He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository.
Jesus, man.
That explains how each of the bodies disappeared.
Yep. He was like so happy. I did it. I did it. No, bam. Nope. That's wild. And there we go.
Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them.
That's wild. That was good though, on a serious note. Let's see. Live, laugh, love, the execution music, and to be honest, everything there's an execution. I'm just chilling with the music with Monokuma plushie. Don't ask why I bought it. Monokuma plushies are like I would love to have one of them. I'm gonna be 100% honest. So that's awesome. These closing arguments are always so satisfying and so epic. They look cool. I like the way that they look.
An ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository.
I mean, they scrubbed it all clean.
That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is...
Celeste! Well, let's see. Okay, this is an interesting little transition. Fucking Celeste. She looks so pissed.
Celeste, sorry, you lose.
Indeed you do. Complete.
I lost?
Indeed you did. Alright, give us just a second. I'm gonna go grab something. It won't take but a hot minute. And then we'll keep on going and playing. I can't believe we're really close to finishing this case. That's crazy. Alright, be right back. It won't take but a minute. Okay, we're good. Sorry about that. I had to do a few things. After we get done with this case, I'll put the $8 up instead of it being $7. $72 more to go for Mario Kart World. Thank you once again for everybody helping out so far with Mario Kart World. I can't wait until we you know, get the game and stuff, so it's gonna be cool. But yeah, it's up there as a donation goal. If you would like to help out, it does not matter the amount. It's always optional, and every little bit helps. In any case or scenario, let's keep on playing. All right. I lost. You did, my lady.
When was the last time I was forced to utter such words?
Sorry about that, my lady.
They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Hey!
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor.
Well, no, it's just we're trying to prove the fact and see if you actually admit it.
I, Celestia Ludenberg.
Will you tell us your real name?
Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Taiko Yasuhiro. That's interesting that she's got Yasuhiro as a final name. Taiko.
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Damn.
Interesting.
Very interesting. You've been dragging this out the whole time! So we did it. Holy shit, we did it. We did pretty good. Got an A as a final result. So wait, where was the little battle that we did? I know that we did one way earlier into the trial. I thought we were gonna have to do that final battle where you gotta do that. I guess since we already did that, they didn't want it to, you know, loop over again. Okay. Well, we did it. Can't believe it. The final results, 1,164 points. We got an A. That was a lot of different points that we had to do. That was 13. Holy crap. Oh my god! Monokuma points, 94 medals. Let's go!
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
Oh shit.
Or, no.
No what?
I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote. Okay? Okay.
That's crazy. In this one trial, 3 people died. Or 3 people basically is gonna die, like in this one chapter.
If you would, please locate your lever and cast your vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened?
Damn, dude.
Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Honestly, I've really enjoyed this trial in particular. It's been a really good one. Here we go. Monokuma vote! Celeste is guilty! Look at all them coins. Alright, let's see how she's gonna end up dying. So if she's like an ultimate gambler, how's she gonna like die? You know what I mean? It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. The Blackened this time, the true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Taeko Yashihiro.
Honestly.
I lost. Well, that sucks. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Nafumi's intimate was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So, you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. But how did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would happily agree to committing murder. I'm sure she relied on her speciality, lying. My speciality? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then.
Then did you use, you know? I knew you figured out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. To get Hifumi to act as my accomplice, I used her. For everyone who's still left, I avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both super into. Does she mean Chihiro? Is she talking about the alter ego? Yup. I knew that was going to be the the fucking motive behind it. What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop as usual. How sad.
In other words.
Then you're the one that stole it.
Indeed.
That's right. Oh shit! And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you've come up with. Right again. Last night, after we had our meeting about how it would disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit.
Oh, what are you doing here?
Actually,
Well, I was hoping I could talk to you alone. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it. What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. Wow, dude, I had a feeling. What?
So then.
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. But how did you get in his room? I deleted the pictures as soon as I showed it to Hifumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him! But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got too close. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal it. Oh!
Say what?
Hifumi's such an idiot for believing this real quick.
Me?
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
What? He did?
As for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and then it's hard for me to even say, are you implying that he tried to fucking touch you and get, oh. He abused me. Oh, Jesus. Of course fucking Hifumi would come to the rescue then. What? And he took pictures. He said if I did not do as he said, or he asked, he would show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
damnation!
That's a crime! An absolute crime! I knew he got a little crazy, but
Say what?
I never imagined he would go that far! Hifumi is so gullible in that situation whenever it comes to a girl. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was.
I'm about to say something I never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Most unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you go now, you'll be playing right into his hands.
Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape, and he has made you his target.
What?
God, he was so gullible, bro.
Escape, you mean?
You don't mean? Taka is going to try to kill you.
What?
indeed.
And all so he can keep her to himself. That bastard! Bastard, 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 bastard!
Honestly,
Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not.
How could I? She.
I swear, I will save her!
I have to save her.
actually,
Then would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. As soon as that twisted like that way, I would have been like, yeah, no, I'm good. That, honest to God, that's exactly what I would have said. I would have been like, I'm fucking good. Oh, did I put that at the wrong? Okay, that's okay. We're good. Sorry, I'm checking something real quick. I have come up with the plan.
Huh?
I've devised a way to reclaim what has stolen and escape. Or, okay, I have devised a way to reclaim what he has stolen and escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh?
What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. Hifumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even a love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem.
You disgust me.
I see.
I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hifumi's creation?
indeed.
Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt, too. All I asked him to do was make something to hide the face and general body size. I had no idea he makes something like that, but it's my fault for picking him in the first place.
But
So, why did you decide me to make me the suspect? No offense, because you're an idiot. That's probably why. Because you're stupid.
That's it?
Let's see.
And in that regard, I made the right choice. I'm so glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been rough, tough on your parents, though. What an asshole. I feel like I could cry.
Well,
But when you were explaining your plan to Hifumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead?
What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you had actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
Well, that's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, when someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course. That wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to Hifumi, the plan was, while you were all questioning him about what happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Hifumi would have had an alibi, so nobody could doubt him. I told him that and he believed it. It all seems very straightforward, stereotypical. I just matched the lie to the level of the opponent, in fact. Hifumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly, right up until the moment of his death.
so in the end,
So, you had planned to kill him all along.
But of course, there would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself.
What the heck?
How can a human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That is a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
don't be mean.
No, you said like Bianca.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasures from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then, what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money?
Hmm.
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. For the moment of our new life here began, my only thought has been escaping. But all along, you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little.
Obviously, that was a lie.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You
I wanted to get out of here. I like how she says you little bitch. Every day was fresh torture. Do you want to know why? Huh?
This is fine.
It's because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have meant nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was that dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? Jesus Christ. And to gather handsome men from all over the world to serve as my butler slash bodyguards. Oh my god. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Girl, you are wild. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of the decadence.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Jesus Christ. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. I got right to the edge,
There
but
is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream till the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but were you really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That is a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own needs. I feel nothing.
do you understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. It really, isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for understanding.
What is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can we be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why aren't you scared? My ability to lie is unrivaled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. That's why you're not scared?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But, you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice then,
Isn't it
I
wonderful?
think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
Hey,
You just get it executed again. Mm-hmm. Hee. Celeste smiled then. And when she did, it looked to me like a poor effect to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. Think so. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her. I had a feeling.
Chills! Kills!
Monokuma, bro.
You're all done. Okay then, let's get rolling. The black and disturbed piece and must pay the price. Now then.
Very special punishment.
Oh boy, I prepared a very special punishment for her, the ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh boy, oh joy, let's see what's gonna happen.
Kyoko, hold on to this.
Kyoko, what is it?
What?
A room key? Oh, to be able to go get the laptop.
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important.
Aw.
Well then, take care, everyone.
We'll see you, lady. It's okay to show your true feelings
Perhaps
towards
we'll
what's
meet
happening.
again, in another life.
So calm. So fucking calm right this second. It's nuts. Alright, here we go.
Let's see what's about to happen.
Game over. Celeste has been found guilty.
Time for the punishment. You're getting punished, you little hoe.
Alright, let's see what's about to go down. What in the world? Got like a castle kind of theme. Oh, that's kind of fucked up. She's gonna be burned? She's gonna be like a fucking witch being burned. The burning of the Versatili's witch? She really is getting burned like a witch. That's fucked up. At least you get your castle in the background behind you, my lady. Damn, that's fucked. She's gonna be burned alive. Do we get to hear her screams? See ya, Celeste. Oh, the music is nice. Just accept it. You're gone, my lady. Whoa, what the hell's going on? Got like a fire truck going in? The ultimate gambler vibe with it. Oh my gosh, she's gonna get hit by that? By a fire truck? Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, let me put out a little bit of that fire. There you go. That was an interesting way to die. Should be in 1,000 ways to die right there. It's over. So, gambling with her life with fire. Looked like maybe she would get out of this situation. Well, not really, but Monokuma. But a fire truck comes in and just fucking squashes her. You know, just gets rid of the fire, distinguishes the fire. So that's kind of insane. Alright, it's over. Third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. And for him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets for the outside world, and so more people had to die? You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
And here I thought you guys were going to pass the torch of hope to the next generation.
What? Out of here.
What do I care about hope?
I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
You're all embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. It's my destiny to knock you down one by one. Jesus Christ. She was good at gambling, but the only thing she wasn't good at gambling was her life. Literally, I think it was a mistake going with Hifumi. I do. I think she needed to try to find someone else. There was a few little holes in her plan.
It is sad, yes it is, but the reality just can't be avoided.
Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you going to make us keep going through this? What do you want from us?
God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So, anyway, Kyoku, did I see you get some kind of key-type object from Celeste? So, what's their deal with that?
No, Monokuma, leave it alone.
What?
Huh?
What's the matter?
So then,
I'll answer your question if you answer mine.
you...
What did you do?
What did you do to me?
Who?
What?
Oh god.
Hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh,
What the hell?
exciting.
Oh man, oh jeez. Oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean?
What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What did Monokuma do to her? What was that just now? The mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean?
Hello.
Okay, things are getting kind of awkward. I think it's about time I get out of here.
Well,
Meanwhile, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
see you later.
See ya.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although it wasn't all despair, there was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko, Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's the key that Celeste gave you?
so...
Most likely, it's the key to the dressing room lockers.
Huh?
What? Then that means... Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right beneath your nose. Well then, you better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back at us and said,
Hey,
I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to the dining hall. I'll check in with you later.
What?
Why? Why exactly are you going alone?
so...
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Da-da-da-da. Then I'll go too.
What?
You? Please let me go. Da-da-da-da. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us.
Goodbye.
Huh. Do whatever you want.
Thank you, Bayaka.
Well
Then it's up to you. It's up to you now.
Yo,
I'm gonna go to the dining hall, okay? Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are going together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall and left me and Kyoko there alone.
Shall we go?
Well, shall we? Hell yeah, let's go. Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had and had given her and unlocked the locker. As the locker swung open, we saw... Good morning. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe, thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. I did just what Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I might be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. And as far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second since we have this opportunity? I want you to be honest with me. Uh-oh. Kyoko, please tell me, what are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? Is that why you wanted to come here with me?
however...
Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried.
What?
Worried? Like, what happened during the investigation? This time you disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you did that...
Indeed.
When you do that... It's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too. No! I believe in you.
What?
You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. Aww! I understand.
It's true.
Then maybe I can believe in you. In you. Just a little bit more. Then...
That's fine.
Fine, I'll tell you. Oh, shit! I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see... What I heard from Kyoko then was... Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believed in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. Decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes, so I waited for nighttime to come. And when it did, I went into action. What is it?
Correct.
Sorry, my voice is bothering me. The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, away in the back. She said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? Okay. So here. Okay, there's a closet. It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about, could it really be hidden here? Okay. Let's see what we got. She said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously, without thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet and suddenly, as if I were being yanked in. A trap fucking door. Shut! At the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. I had no idea what was going on. What the fuck? A bump. I had fallen through the back of the storage closet. Huh? It turned out, the wall was just a revolving door and I made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
In the boys' bathroom on the second floor, there's a storage closet. And way in the back of that closet, there's a secret room. So this is the secret room. But what's in here? Okay, this is actually interesting. Got some tissues. Got a lot of freaking files, it looks like. It's just a normal desk with normal drawers. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the case files. There's a bunch of files of what looks like volumes after volumes of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope Peaks Academy Student Registry? This is the only thing in here not covered in dust.
Has someone been looking in at it recently? Probably Kyoko. I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. You must not leave? What's this? You must not leave. That's kind of weird. I could understand if it said like I can't leave, but you must not leave. Da 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 da. What is this feeling? My head feels funny. This strange sensation. It's like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. What do I know? What don't I know? What the hell's going on? What the fuck? Oh shit! A strange sound rang throughout my head. It felt like I was shaking my brain back and forth. And then, darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. So, that's potentially the 16th fucking student. It's all over. And with that, I opened my eyes, and I didn't know how long it had been. Ow. Apparently something hit me and lost No, dude, all the books and files are gone! That's all I understood. The dull, throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. Shit. That's it. That's gone. It's gone. Everything's gone. An empty bookshelf. Huh? Empty? Gone. It's all gone. The yearbooks, the student registries, and even the note that had fallen on the floor. It's all gone. What does this mean? But my brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across my rest body. For now, I should go back to my room and get some rest. Jesus Christ, man. My body is heavy with pain, my mind heavy with the thought I dragged myself back towards my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. Ugh. The further I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry, can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that? No, dude. Huh? As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint, but undeniable. What the hell? That sound. It's coming from the gym. As I desperately hauled my shaky frame towards the gym, the sound got stronger and stronger. I would just be like, slowly looking in. I guarantee you it's the student in there getting all the stuff and gonna catch it on fire or some shit. What's going on? It can't be nothing. Here in the gym? I would just peek through. I didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from the inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Kayach! Bayaka! Higai Paching? Bayaka? Da-da-do. And then also sha-sha-sha-sha? What the fuck is going on over here? What? Wait, what? Why are they battling each other? Before me, there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. Sakura with also Monokuma? No, one side's not human, that's for sure, but regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing?
What the hell?
I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this?
Why are they fighting?
How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
Oh shit, Sakura? The deal?
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret.
So it was Sakura the whole time that was actually... I wasn't expecting that.
I've made my decision.
When was in cahoots with Monokuma?
I'm going to resist you.
Okay. But you do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right?
What in the hell?
You haven't forgotten, have you?
Probably out of fear or something, that's the reason why Sakura did it.
What I'm holding hostage?
Yep. Bastard. So forced you into the situation that you're in. You didn't want to really betray us, possibly. What am I looking at? What am I hearing? A hostage? Could it be
The mastermind spy is fucking Sakura, dude. Chapter 3, a next generational leap, stand tall, galactic hero has now ended. Survival students, only 6 left. Man, that's wild. I was not expecting that to be continued. I was not expecting that at all. Oh, I got a Super Robo Justice present. Well, thanks for the Super Robo Justice present. Alright, so we finished Chapter 3. Chapter 3 ending. Would you like to save the data? Hell yeah. After all that, Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Then Monokuma killed Chihiro. Or no, not Monokuma, sorry. Then Mundo killed Chihiro. And then got executed. Hifumi killed Taka, then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. And that brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. So now there's only 5 of us here? Only a third of the number of the people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That is true. Oh my god, I was not expecting Sakura. Still. What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura's the mastermind spy? Can that really be true? Makoto, are you okay? No, I'm fine. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would just confuse everyone that much more. ...
Okay.
Okay, in that case, let's eat until we pass out.
Huh?
What do you mean in that case?
I mean...
Well, cause look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be cause you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? If you fill your belly, I'm sure you'll all cheer up, so let's eat.
Okay.
Let's fry up some fish and donuts and eat until we can't stop. Or stand up. That's like a deep impact style meteor impact extinction level event combination of foods. What? Those are both breakfast type top sellers. Still, till we can't stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That is right. Since the class trial is over, new areas should have opened up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego. We don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it.
Yeah. Think happy thoughts, not deadly thoughts.
You know?
Like, when we're gonna get out of here, right?
Serious.
Well, this is all over. I think I want to get reborn for serious. Reborn as someone serious.
Well...
Hey, are you okay? That sounds like something someone who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. Huh? What makes you so sure?
According to the spirits...
I predicted it last night, since it revealed itself to me from the ether. There's no doubt about it.
However,
How accurate is your fortune telling anyways? Only 20%.
How about that?
I can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some occult...
Well, yeah, it's not like it's ESP or whatever. Of course I'm only going to get it right sometimes.
Occult is bullcrap.
I told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing.
So...
Fortune telling isn't a cult?
You got it all wrong.
Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as a cattle mutilation.
Huh?
Cattle what?
So...
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and dissect them as part of their research.
Actually...
No, you're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it happened to be what? He got probed by a fucking... he must have got probed by aliens. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home.
But...
All before long.
the end is
The sky was filled with mysterious, blinding lights.
A crazy beam came out of nowhere
What the
and
fuck?
locked onto my hamburger.
I'm so glad this guy didn't die. I fucking love Yashahiro. This is some Ichiban level bullshit. I love it, man.
And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand.
Oh shit.
Do you realize what that means?
What, sir?
It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in.
Possibly, Yashahiro.
Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess.
Jesus.
You can't trick me.
So I stormed back into the burger place. It got into the got up in the manager's grill, and they totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef. They totally mixing ground pork with it.
How about that?
Now, do you see? That is cattle mutilation. I kind of got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean.
I stink of... How dare you? Well, you do stink, though. That's fine. That's fine? Anyway, I hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder anyone.
Yeah.
Me either. I mean, I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
Indeed.
Nor I. It goes for me too. Of course, I could never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we finally became united. But, to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toku were here for this too. But they're so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Yeah, we're better off without them, I say. That was enough to prove we were united for the time being, but within that bond hides weakness and fragility. Chapter 4. Oh, what's this? All-Star and Apologies. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Ashihina was there. We began our search as soon as we finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened what have opened up and what was waiting for us. Okay. Well, damn. That was really good. I enjoyed that a heck of a lot. I could be 100% honest. So. Oh, why did I do that, by the way? Oh my god, I did not mean to do that for the super chats. Let me remove that goal. I don't know why I put it as 10 goals. It was supposed to be just 1 goal for that, but I'm sorry. I think I did it real quickly, and it was supposed to be 1 super chat. I feel so bad about that. It's okay. It's okay. We're about to end it off anyways. Next time that we do it, I'll fix up the goal. I was just trying to do it very quickly. That was really a fun time. I gotta be honest. I had a lot of fun time playing, once again, Danganronpa. This was really fun, and I can't believe we made it to the chapter 4. Before we actually end it off, I do want to go ahead and get this thing up to $8 so far for Mario Kart World. So let me do that real quickly. Alright. $80, and then we're gonna do... I don't know why I put it like that. I apologize. Alright, and there we go. Alright, that should be fixed up now. That's a lot better. Alright. So, let's go here. I'm not gonna leave the area yet. Alright, so, I'm gonna go to our systems real quick, save it. And now we're in chapter 4 of the game. That was a really good chapter. Chapter 3 was really fun, and I liked the trial that we ended up doing. It was interesting to see that it was Celeste to begin with, which was really, really cool. So, yeah. It was Hifumi and Celeste. Hifumi killed Taka, and then, of course, Celeste actually ended up killing Hifumi. So, that was an interesting way to see how everything would play out. But, for now, I think this would be a good spot to end it off. We played for 4 hours. We got done with the trial. So the next time that we play, we're going to be going into chapter 4 and seeing what else is going to be happening within the game. Not only that, I think we figured out who was basically the spy the entire time. It seems like Sakura's got some remorse for it, and that's the reason why she might not even be being a spy anymore for Monokuma, unless Monokuma has something specifically over her head, which it does seem. So we're going to have to wait and see what it could be, how we're going to confront it, and how is everybody going to treat Sakura going forward. It kind of just depends on what's at its, you know, state. It's still Monokuma, because at the end of the day, could have forced her into the situation that she's in to be a spy, which kind of sad. We were right that it was a girl though. So that is funny. We found a hidden room as well, and it seemed like we were actually about to get some answers, and next thing you know, we got smacked in the head, and now all the books and files are entirely gone itself. It seems like by the 16th student that maybe will make an appearance in chapter 4. Only time we'll really be able to tell as we move forward within the game itself. But I think this would be really good to end off. We beat the 3rd class trial, and the next time that we play, we're going to be going right into chapter 4. So I'm very excited. I hope you guys are also excited. For members, please do not forget, later, technically today, because now is Saturday, we're going to be doing, of course, a watch party, a Discord watch party. So if you want to join in on that, you're more than welcome to as a member. If you would like to become a member today, it's only $1.99. It helps out a heck of a lot with the channel itself. Plus, you get some really cool stuff like badges, emotes, and of course, shoutouts at the beginning in the streams, the Discord with the Discord watch parties, so the Discord server. You also get, of course, the playthroughs that we currently are doing. That's just for the members. For tier 1, we got Puzzle Piece, That Guy Biss, Crazy Larry, Twilight 17, Hawk King, Silver Nick. We also got No LH, Anime Lover, Natho, and Casa Dogs Have Fun. Once again, thank them all for becoming tier 1 members. For tier 2s, we got The Object Show, Blade Nightmare, Ryan, Emerald Hat, Tom Leo, Pea Shooter, Joker Phantom Thief. We also got Dark Souls Minute Guide, Joseph Funny Gamer, Deila, Mr. Coconut, Weird Trilot. We also got Erwin, Astral Zero, Greeny Beanie, Happy Ambi, Musical Brother, Kitsukai, Jesse, Mr. Shiny Gratina. We also got Reginald Tucker, Beacon of Nick, Kyra, Priest QT, Jonas, TJ, Strike, CNU, Terry Studios, King Morgan, Scott Days, Chaos, Ray Diamond Gamer, Nighthawk Udburn, Simpa, and Snowman Plays Roblox. For tier 3s, we got Jose Sanchez, Lucky13, and Tyler. Scott Days, thank you for the $1 dono while ago. We have $8 so far for Mario Kart World, so thank you. It really means a hell of a lot. All right, you guys, that was really fun. I'm excited to play even more very, very soon. When will the next time that we play Danganronpa? Well, we're going to be playing more Danganronpa next week, so just keep that in mind. When are we going to do it? I would say either Monday or Tuesday, kind of depends on what I feel. So just kind of keep that in mind as well. We're going to be going into chapter 4 next time, so I feel like we're making good progress. A lot of people are dying off, though. It's kind of wild. I'm excited to see what's about to go on, though, on a serious note. Thank you yet again for everybody joining in. If you're new to the streams, please definitely think about subscribing. We're so dang close to hitting 2,900 subs. Let's see if we can hit 2,900 subs maybe by the end of May. Let's see if we can do that, all right? Maybe going into June, we can actually be at 2,900 subs, all right? So subscribe, like, and everything of that nature. It always helps out so much for the channel itself, and there's been so much support as of late, so thank you in general. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end it off for the night. So, if you haven't already, please don't think about following me on different social medias like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We also got a PO box open. If anybody would like to see any type of fan art, or fan mail, we also got Thrones, which is a really cool gifting platform. And the last and final things that we do have, of course, is we got a, what is it called? Not a merch shop. Well, yeah, we do got a merch shop open as well, and I'm affiliated with Humble Bundle. Everything is linked down below in the description, so definitely check that out. In any case or scenario, if you liked the video, like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to keep it baking, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, you guys.